I'm gonna let you know that right now I'm just starting with I was gonna hop back into the game and start
Just starting
streaming and
what?
stuff. Just want to let you know that. But I was gonna mention was, yeah, your
Okay.
entire no problem. I was just saying I'm gonna be starting streaming stuff, and we'll be checking out the lovely mechs over here. I was already having fun with them earlier, but as I told you, but I'm gonna say Ark, yeah, that's kind of the thing that I always seen in cosplay. It's like a child that you have. You have to tend to it until it's finally grown up and completed.
Or you can just, take it to a local river with a bag and
uh, yes, yes, that is a solution.
the
uh,
solution to pollution.
oh no. All right, everyone. This is this is J underscore 007, hopping back into Helldivers 2 with you, and the mechs are
Are we
here.
fighting bugs or bots?
Robots.
Did you say you were streaming?
Yes.
I might call you on Discord so I don't have to keep pushing this
Yeah,
button because
that's
it's hurting
fair.
my finger.
That's fair. Let me actually change the thing here.
Copod launch suspended.
Okay, for some weird reason it said I didn't have it loadout. I'm gonna call him. Ayo.
You never answer your damn phone.
I know I don't. It just do that. Anyway, my phone has been answered. How does it feel?
It feels good, Mom. Thanks.
There you go. There you go, son. I got you. Hey, there's the loadout here. Okay.
This has been my typical loadout ever since the
That-
railgun nerf.
That was my loadout way back then. Jeez, man, that loadout brings me back. But
I
the real
just love the grenade launcher for fighting stuff like Hulks and those chicken walkers.
I
You
think
know,
I was gonna say was I don't think
go
the
ahead.
nerf is any bad. The railgun.
it's
They only
not
nerf
really bad,
safe
it's
mode.
Just it's not that the railgun nerf is bad. It's just that I was already bad enough with it.
Oh no.
Like I missed half my shots anyways.
Yeah, that's a fair statement.
It's
That's
like,
fair. I've been
we
there.
need to nerf the railgun because people use it as a one-shot solution. I'm like, yes, that is a good idea. It shouldn't be a one-shot solution, fixes all your problems. However, did you consider that you'd be screwing me over too?
We have calculated the losses, and it was worth it. It was calculated acceptable losses.
Acceptable. Just Vader, it is
Acceptable. Yes.
So this helmet came out. It's like just barely put it on my head, so that I think this came out great. Like when I first glued it together and tried to put the bottom bit on, I was just like, "Is this gonna fit on my head?" And then in my ears just popped through, and it went on. I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yes.
Because the last helmet headpiece thing I printed was too small in the opening. There was no space to make the opening bigger.
Yes.
So it's just like, oh shit.
Well, shit, right?
Today the light of
All right.
freedom requires firepower.
Bots v bots, let's go.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay.
Calling down a walk.
Now how do I shoot?
You want to look at the other direction before you start shooting.
Look at the what?
Look away, not towards your teammate. Okay, are you using keyboard or are you using controller?
I'm using keyboard.
Oh, well then, shit, man. I don't know what to tell you that. I guess it's
Oh,
just
there
left
we
click,
go.
right click?
Yeah, it's left click, right click.
Yeah. Our delicate children.
Tagging map, northwest. On my position.
I love how if you have a shield, you just have a bubble shield popping out.
Found something.
Do you like my sick fade, bro?
Yes. I got this one. And it's a medal, and I'll be stuck here for a minute. So you go and spread democracy as I fell in, Roger. I fell into a mousetrap. They knew I was Skaven all along. They knew I was filthy Skaven. Ah! Anyway, my son. Where are you going?
All the Jedi. All the live long day. Roger.
Wrong series. We serve the omnis. I mean, wrong series for myself as well. For managed democracy. For the Joel Emperor of mankind.
Still serve.
Yes.
Dropships.
Well, shit. That's a cannon turret.
You can't
You son of a
put
bitch.
buildings in this thing, apparently.
Yeah, you can't. They already shot off my left arm. I'm facing against a cannon turret. Whoa, I'm alive!
You go through missiles quickly, huh?
What do you say?
You go through missiles quick.
You do. Which is sad because I think you had a lot more in the first game.
Especially since they're really not that accurate.
Yeah, dummy missiles. They should have doubled. Oh, there's a tank here and this tower turret. Well, that's nice. Alright.
Calling in reinforcements.
Good luck over there.
Yeah, no, they're hitting you too.
Shooting me.
Yep. They took out my rocket payload the moment I spawned in the match. It was pretty fucked. I had a great time another time, but now they're like, "We want revenge, asshole!" Really? You just shot me. And my, wow, that's great. Your payload hit the rock beside me and got me apparently. I see you have no munitions.
Shooting in your
It
direction.
was earlier. Okay. Great.
I'm getting shot by a thing I can't see.
Yeah, welcome to the fight with, you know, robots.
Can you highlight it or like ping it or something?
Yes, it's right there. There we go. I got to.
Dead?
Yeah, it's dead. Now you're having to face that turret over there.
Run.
300 meters.
Second cover. Whew. I made it.
Sending in an eagle.
I'm out of rockets.
Well, I used. Okay. I know you are.
Can you see me?
So much for fucking mechs. Things don't change for shit. Okay, what's up?
Give you
What is up with the game since yesterday? Okay, what's up?
just hiding behind this. Just hiding behind a
Yes.
stone pillar like a TV show. Just.
I mean, that's what.
Target me if I'm behind this rock.
I mean, that's literally how you use the mech in the first game, especially once you ran out of ammo.
I can't help but notice there's like a 5-second delay between pulling the trigger and
Yeah.
the gun starting to shoot.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Okay, I'm pulling this out. What the fuck is this match? Because
What's happening over there?
yeah. So okay. So I've been having a glitch since like the last time you and I played, where like I have my impact grenade, and like halo levels of sticky on my fingers, so it just stays there and just like, okay, you threw it, but you didn't throw it. It's in your hand as you're sprinting, and then you just explode.
The automatons are
And I'm like, what?
This is why I don't use impact grenades.
We must not let this world.
Impact grenades never did that.
Operation has
I
eluded our
use
grasp.
that. I use all grenades, but I use impacts right now. I'm trying to get it to work, but I think something's up with the fucking server. Let's see what to upload data.
Well, the good news is this experimental test run of the mech went much better than the last one, in
Yes.
which case...
You immediately combusted.
Yes. I was not in combat, I pulled the trigger on the missiles, the thing caught fire, and I died.
Yes.
And I was just
That's
like,
fair.
huh, that's not supposed to happen.
But it did.
Could you just imagine if there was like one singular squad that before this was released was like, hey, you're our R&D test group.
Yes.
See if they work.
Beta testing says nothing, so must be a great resounding success.
That'd be such a cool way to like introduce things to the game. It's just like random squads have a random chance of being like, you've been selected to test this new equipment.
Apparently on Tuquan or whatever, I forget what it's called, the map we had to liberate the to get the mechs. You can actually find the mechs in dugout areas just in the world.
I never found any that you could use, but there's always been like mechs in like craters on the map. here and
Yeah.
there. What planet are we on?
Same planet.
Alright.
It's a lot brighter now.
Venture's being attacked.
requires
Being attacked
firepower.
again. So that,
Requisition slips.
Calling down a walker.
thanks, I'm gonna need some of those
You know-
as soon as I can buy these myself.
Yeah, honestly, I just realized that I think maybe the whole sticky grenade thing is this glitch with the interactables, because it only happens after I interact with something, which is always usually immediately in a match. So it must do something with the hitbox or something. Like I've been trying to pull out my
the only
grenade, but I
thing-
can't pull it out. There we go.
There's only two things in the interactables we need, right? Medals and credits.
Well, I just want unlimited medals and not a cap of 250. if only.
Dropping a pin.
So the only thing
East,
you need is
200
credits,
meters.
right?
Yeah, I only need super credits. Yeah.
The only thing I need is medals and
Calling down
credits.
support weapon.
Gonna get medals anyways, and you know,
Requesting
breaking
attack.
the game isn't worth getting like 20 credits a match. So perhaps we should just stop interacting with things.
But super credits.
For the Emperor!
Precisely. Yeah, look at
Can't
them.
help but shake the feeling that there's a dead space marine in here.
Yeah, I feel that. Look at them squirm about.
I see a radar station. That's a good thing from this mech. You get such a good point of view.
Yeah, field of view is very nice. It's very wide.
Found something.
Very tall.
I found a medal for you.
They have such a great field of view of us too, though, apparently.
Yes, they do.
Because they're shooting at us.
They're shooting at you from all the way over there. And they also called a dropship, even though we haven't seen a flare. Okay, I see the flare all the way back over there, but how did they see? It's because you're in a mech, con. Then I guess being in a mech makes you very standout-ish.
Yeah,
That
I kind of, I stand out a little. Why are there German flags on my back? Oh, those are brake lights.
Calling down a sentry.
oh,
Deploying sentry.
German flags. Hold on.
Can you kind of see it with like the black gap in between?
Oh my, yeah, I do see it. Deutsch, fantastisch.
Hold on, you get mixed feelings about our people.
Are we the baddies?
Not to say there's anything in Germany.
Yeah, only good things come out of Germany. Like Mercedes-Benz.
Managed democracy.
Very managed. Yeah, we all manage ourselves underneath the Deutsch, lingua franca. We all speak German. Yeah. Totally, no, we all voted for that, right?
I'm sorry, brother, I don't speak Chinese.
You mean Japanese.
I don't know whatever you're saying.
Yes. Kind of stupid.
Shall we proceed?
Indeed, my good sir.
Tea.
Apparently, there was an explosion behind you over there. No, I'm not trying to point at the walker.
Probably your turret.
Oh no, it's Walker Texas Ranger over here.
Never mind. Walker.
Protocol 1. Protect the pilot.
Titanfall 2 all over again.
I literally just called myself BT. Did you miss that reference?
No, I picked up on it. I allowed people to pick up. Exactly. Sometimes I don't need to always comment. I just give a polite, invisible gesture nod.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know how I could have missed that.
Exactly.
Help you here, so
Yeah.
well, I can kill him.
Huh.
You're
You survived that.
surprisingly resilient to a machine gun attached to a mech. Did that help?
Yeah, that guy was headbanging back and forth.
Fire in the hole!
Wanna be American idiot? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh no. Gotta take out the RPG guy trying to get you. Also, they updated these barbed wire. They actually really hurt now.
I've walked through them a few times. It's never hurt. It slowed me down half to hell. Though.
It used to slow down and that was it, but now it actually rips into your health.
I guess it depends on how much you move in it, right?
Yeah.
With barbed wire.
Well, they updated it today. That's when I noticed it. I don't know if you ever ran into more today.
Bots.
Yeah, I was gonna fight him, but yeah, I'm gonna let you handle that.
Protocol 1, protect the pilot.
Dropships!
Protocol 2, be a fucking badass.
I'm just God damn it. I was gonna say was you just change your Steam username and you start role playing. It's BT.
BT.
It's BT, yeah. Change your avatar and everything.
Do you know what? I cried when BT died.
I know. Spoilers, but yes.
That game's so old. If you don't know it, then you don't deserve to know it.
That's fair. I agree with that.
That's like asking me to not to spoil Life of Pi. Like, you've had your time.
Weirdly enough, a lot of people don't know about the Titanfall series, but yet they know about Apex.
Which is weird, because it's a Titanfall game. I mean,
Yes.
Valkyrie is literally
Yeah.
the daughter of that
a Viper.
jackass from the most annoying boss fight in that game.
Hey, I liked the fight with Viper on the hardest difficulty. That was a great time. That felt earned. I felt at times I was bullshitting him.
Of a jackass.
I liked his voice lines.
Get away from me. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies. I would love for one of the next Legends to be just a pilot.
Yeah.
Tagging map. Northeast.
Like their
100
ultimate
meters.
ability is a Titan for a temporary amount of time.
Yeah. Only if they
The
exist.
passive is
Aiming
wall
at an
running.
eagle.
Yeah. Passive wall running. Yeah. Nah, man, we just need a character that shifts in and out of time.
Or cloaking temporarily.
Calling down supplies. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Kamazar, put the gun down.
I have 362 rounds left. Then I will be forced to use nothing but missiles.
Can you resupply with this resupply here? I wonder. Like, I highly doubt it, but that'd be cool if you could. Like,
Moving to objective.
I really wish you could also, like, I could, like, pull it out and hold it and then just, like, load it in the back.
Supplies.
No ammo. They definitely need to bump the,
The turn speed?
well, sure that, but I was gonna say they definitely need to buff up the ammo capacity for one, and two, be able to restock it.
Or just like one or the other. Like
Or
you
just
can
respawn it.
resupply, or you have more.
Which apparently it says if you buy it, you can have two uses of it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess once I run out, you can call in yours, and I can get in that too.
Yeah, about that.
I was killed by the Patriot exosuit.
Yes, you died like BT. Live and died.
I feel like there should be a warning, damage, eject button.
Nah, this is Helldiver. This isn't Titanfall. That'd be cool if you could.
Lifting all the way over here now. My baby.
Dropping
My
a pin.
child.
South. 200 meters.
The bubble shield didn't help at all.
It doesn't, yeah.
Has been well delivered.
It looks very atmospheric, well, or cinematic, but the floating gun kind of kills it.
Oh, don't worry, I'm just gonna edit that out of the screenshot.
Yeah. I hear you taking
I'm
photos.
just gonna crop it. Hold on. I'm just gonna crop it. You know. Could you scooch a little to the right? Right, that's gonna fire up the troops. Let's go.
Yeah. Nope.
You
No,
took
Commissar.
my child from me. Just doom music.
Yes.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Ow. I broke my arm punching it. I did an Obi-Wan.
Oh, he gutted me. That's my kidney he stole. Oh, okay. You know, more of a warning would be...
You don't need a warning. There's a giant light.
Ah,
Are you trying to kick
so.
me because I took your arms away?
I think he is.
Throwing grenade!
I hate you all. I don't know if I'm hitting. I can't see past all the smoke. Okay, luckily, none of them care about me.
Yep.
They're all chasing you, so I'm just shooting them in the back.
Yep. They don't like me.
Oh, never mind. They've changed their minds.
'Cause I lost line of sight with him.
I'm just gonna go back around the other way. You can have them again.
This is a ring around the rosy of death.
Ringa, ringa, rosy.
Pockets full of posies. Ashes, ashes, and they all fall down.
Fall down. Thank you for coming to our horror talk.
Have a taste of democracy!
Just imagine you're an automaton fighting two Helldivers in the middle of a storm, and they just start singing that.
Yeah. As you see dead bodies and oil of your spilled comrades.
Do you know what I still need to do?
Hmm.
I need to get the achievement for Black Knighting a Hulk.
Hmm.
A lot harder with the Nerf railgun, isn't it?
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back
Probably.
shortly.
Okay, there you go. It actually spawned. What the fuck? For me, it just stayed on the ground.
You don't get supply.
You don't get resupplied, Jay. You know this by now. Get out of here. You gotta make do with what you got. Nothing changes.
What's your ping? What did you mark?
Well, a point of interest, because we have them unlocked.
Alright, I'll go get it. You
As
wanna
a
go get those
yeah,
outposts?
I'm trying to, but there's a patrol right here that I almost triggered.
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 You're triggering me.
I think they have improved line of sight, so I think really crouching places would actually be more helpful these days.
I got a medal. I'm now stuck.
No, he's trapped underneath metal. What are we supposed to do?
Help. Father.
I've fallen and I couldn't get up.
Extraction is available.
I
Leaves you like
rise of
Obi-Wan.
the Super Earth.
You're supposed to destroy the socialist robots, not join them.
I don't think I'm gonna get stuck for another minute to pick up those requisition slips.
I just yeet my railgun. I did yeet my railgun. Jesus.
You don't need a railgun.
Exactly.
You need a democracy gun.
Yes.
So I'm just curious how
Super
adding
credits.
MECHS causes items to break the game.
Yeah. And apparently it was already in the game, and then now you just took the medals. We're cursed here, brother. Brother, I am pinned here.
Brother, I am pinned here.
I am pinned here.
Cannot move.
I can move, brother.
Scar, help me.
Mufasa. Lion King reference. Throws you off. Ah!
Yeah, because Scar says in return. He's like, Mufasa, help me. Ha 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 ha. Lion King reference.
If only, if only.
He doesn't say
I
long live the king or
Yeah,
anything.
no, yeah, he doesn't. Totally not. Totally not in the original writing. Also,
why are
Commissar.
you covered in blood and I'm covered in oil?
You don't want to know what I've been up to. That's why I said that. Why do you think I said Lion King reference? I had to kill a lion off screen. Takes money to do that.
Mag's empty.
It takes money to kill a lion?
I mean, do you see lions growing on trees around here?
Why haven't you called in my new mech yet?
It's my mech.
But you're not gonna use it?
I can use it if I want to.
Then why haven't you?
Because we're fighting robots right now. The zone's too hot.
Extraction is available.
Oh yeah, no. A mech wouldn't help fight robots. Ah, what the fuck exploded? Why did I explode?
Good question. Good question. We got a lot of
Now I'm
hot spots.
covered
Attacking
in
Mag.
blood and oil.
Northeast, 100 meters.
See, now I'm covered in oil.
I can't wait until we've all finished our Helldiver cosplays and get into like a place and cover ourselves in fake blood for photos. On
do you-
some cliffside in a storm.
I was like, do you live near Dimitri or Hard Moon and Abel?
Nope.
Neither do I.
I live in Canada.
I live in the United States. So, fair is fair. He is somewhere out near the Soviet Union. I'm just fine. Fine. Alright, let's open this up.
On it.
Hey, we got off the door.
You did.
I assumed we'd be stuck there for several.
Oh no, the doors are fine. This is... Oh,
Okay, what?
3 medals again. Man, I've been having this happen a lot. I hear them marching above us. It's not to move.
Quick, crouch.
Yes.
Maybe that camera's giving us away.
Oh, what? Well, thank you for missing. What are they shooting at? I assume us.
Yeah. I'm free. Nope, I'm not free anymore. I accidentally grabbed the medal. You'll be free soon.
Look, he wants to kill us with an RPG.
I don't know why.
So how do they
for some
find
reason
us?
They can see,
Yes,
they
where
can
we-
see through the ground, but they
Yeah.
can't think around it.
Yeah, they're all shooting at through the ground right here. They were all shooting at the rock.
Like, I was playing solo the other day, and do you know that one extraction where it's like a single way up the hill to it? It
Mm-hmm.
was like a little ledge, and I was lying down on that ledge, and they knew I was there, but none of them would walk down onto that ledge, and they couldn't shoot me.
Yeah. Yep. Game's acting weird. Like okay, there we go. I can crouch now. Finally, that's weird.
Oh, I was able to crouch and uncrouch the entire time. I just couldn't move or shoot.
The bugs are they're joining with the robots. They're breaking our game.
No, this is just automaton.
Come on, automatons, get closer to the hell bomb.
They're messing with the shit in our suits.
They are. We're fine.
Requesting air support. Calling down a walker.
I want to see it. Sweet summer child, welcome home. I've missed you. Mwah.
Exactly.
Did you step on me?
I didn't step on you.
I made a hurt noise. Can
Oh,
you
the-
step on me?
Yeah, that is how it works in the first game. Yeah.
Yeah, because I played the first game, right?
Totally. Also, there's like an entire wall of death, so that's why I went over this direction. Holy shit.
Did you lose the exosuit already?
Yeah. I should have just spammed rockets, but there's another rev set. You'd think shooting one rocket in him would kill him. Again, why I'm testing shit right now. It's the reason why I got on today.
Fighting.
A Devastator. The rocket devastators.
I got pounded by a rocket devastator 30 seconds ago too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you fought again. It's a different devastator.
Yeah, I found
We
with
split
those
up.
guys, what I do is I just hold the machine gun to their rocket pods.
Joining the fray.
Works pretty well.
Yeah, lately I've just been stopped giving a fuck about caring about the game anymore, which is a sad thing to say. Because that's me losing passion in something, which is very rare for games I like. I think it's because I'm kind of pissed off that things are not fixed, and their latest balancing is just fucking weird as fuck in this game.
Mission at 20 minutes
True,
remaining.
but it's not like they're not trying.
I never said they weren't trying. I give them more respect than other developers.
Oh, shit.
Not the Payday developers. Is not fucking, you know, Fat Shark with their games. Okay.
Like, I can understand disappointment with, like, oh, new update should be super fun, but bugs are kind of ruining the moment. But I'm not quite sure I understand anger at it.
Throwing grenade.
They didn't. Okay. Whatever, dude.
Activity.
Yeah, I'm fine with the mechs being here now. That's good, but there's a lot of issues that me and Scotch were talking about the other night, along with Willow, and it was just like, if what we're seeing from the leaks is what they are, which I mean, as we have it now, there definitely needs to be reworks to make it more viable in this version of the game, because it's trying to build itself around like it's Helldivers 1, but isn't, and it's not even Helldivers 1 mechs. It's like weird version of the mechs where they're super extra weak. Which, to be fair, mechs were kind of weak in the first game, in my opinion, but
Fire in the hole.
you could at least repair them.
A lot of the comments most of you guys have said is this is easier
What?
than Helldivers 1, Helldivers 2.
The horde stuff and how the game's supposed to be, but it's not easier when you have people that are not there to actively watch your back. While in the first game, you're forced to watch each other's back.
But it makes sense that the things will be weaker if the game is less difficult overall.
It's debatable on certain things. Do you want to have? Do you want to have an argument match on it? Because I'm just trying to play to have fun. But if you want me to fucking fight with you, I will.
I wasn't trying to start a fight. I was just making a comment.
Sure. Well, we got ourselves a autocannon there. Cannon turret.
Requesting sentry.
Deploying sentry.
Calling
Got a
down
flare
support
calling
weapon.
in.
Sending in an eagle.
Okay, let's turn around.
On the way.
Can you pull out? No, it's just if you want to actually hear my actual opinions on this shit, like, it's a whole different fucking spectrum. I feel like the game, it honestly shouldn't have a fucking timer. It really shouldn't. It's fucking. I've been updating a review for this game multiple times, and it's been an agonizing fucking experience because playing this game, it's fun, but it's also not fun. Because when you look at it, what the game's supposed to be and the meta and everything, it's time savers too.
Freedom forever.
Because the game wants you to not get in conflict with things, even though that's the point of the game, is to fight and what have you. You're against a timer, which didn't exist in the first game, and is also more so tied with the ranking system with, the star system, which now, from back then, it was strictly for leveling up.
Throwing supply beacon.
But in this game, it's more so even more for the Galactic War. So if you care about that, well, you're wanting to make it that certain way, or either optimize it by playing the easier and easier difficulties and just speed running it all, which again goes back to time savers. Which again, where I look at mechs, or as what's going to be coming in the future, the LAV vehicles, that you're going to be using these things to just save time, but not actually use other stuff to make it more versatile and viable. And the game's alright. I don't mind difficulty. I've really done difficulty. It's weird when the game wants you to do that, and then they want to have this payday, but it's not going to happen.
Fire in the hole.
like in the first game, you had to complete and get to level 50 to get a bunch of different items, different stuff. And then you also had to go out of your way to conquer different planets, like full out planets, which was just one operation. But in this game, you just stay on the same planet, but just do the same, multiple different operations on the same planet. Did we hit every interest? I guess we did.
I think so.
But anyway, it was just the fact that it's kind of annoying because I guess they kind of offered a lot of stratagems at the start in a way, but so did the first game, but you had to unlock them through the planets and the different factions and rotations. While in this game you can get them, but again, there's the meta thing and the meta creep, where the game wants you to have fun and die at times, but it doesn't. Because in the first game, if you die and you get a full wipe, that's over and done. In this game, everyone gets full wipe, everyone respawns, so they casualized that because of the lack of the tether system, which makes sense, and I'm applauding for it. But now it feels like you're going through the game, it has its difficult moments, but when you're ramping up difficulty, you're doing it for mainly a paycheck, not really for difficulty. And with the first game, just like in this game, you can get more XP, but this game XP is more of a joke, and that game like literally took forever. And I still need to go back to Helldivers 1 to keep leveling up because it takes an egregious amount of time. And the difficulties is like objectively, I will say it is indeed way harder in Helldivers 1 because of, if you've ever played the first game, you know what I mean. It is literally cancer on your monitor and for everyone's monitor because everyone's sharing a monitor because the tether system. But the way how Joel wants to go about buffing and having difficulty is weird because you have some matches where like you'll have like 11 Bile Titans thrown at to you, but then you can't kill one God Bile Titan, and that was a confirmed glitch that people have been debating back and forth with. So it will just never die. It'll just stay present. And then there's a reward system, which is great. I mean, I already reached the cap there, but now there's less reason to do that, and then now it's just strictly farming super credits, but everyone else wants to farm, so it becomes this back and forth on it. Which, for me, as much as I love playing higher difficulties and it's great, it adds more like what Fat Shark done with Dark Tide in a sense, where there's just more bullshit factors, which I don't mind if I find that fun, but I don't because it's mainly, I'm not really a crazy big fan of bullshit. Where in Dark Tide and other games, I'm a fan of it because it's something I can actually have fun and control. In this game, you sort of can, but now the game wants you to be with team, but usually other people just are too fucking focused trying to look for samples or trying to do other stuff, or people are just too busy fighting the fight, which optimally is not efficient because guess what? You are now causing bug breaches or alarms, and you're fucking causing this issue, and people panic and bitch and moan, and then they drop and dump all those enemies onto you for you to solve, and then no one does the objective, and then you guys lose, and it adds to your forever tally career record, and just like it's just a lot of bullshit. And there's also, if people do care about samples and this other stuff, then they get pissed at you because they're just like, hey, I wanted these samples and they were lost, or, you know, some person died with it, or we didn't find it. So it's just fucking annoying, and I just want to fucking avoid all that shit because I've dealt with it too much. Way too fucking much with a large variety of different people. It's just annoying. And then obviously people always have the whole, like, but what is fun? Because it's like, oh, the lower difficulties is fucking more boring, but it's like, well, it's kind of still the same, or even if you're playing low difficulty or higher difficulty, in my opinion. Because it's weird, because it's like, okay, well, the lower difficulties, it's kind of smaller, and there's less objectives and shit, but the same merit, now you're having to debate, especially with their shadow nerf towards super credits, because you play on lower difficulties, there's kind of like less super credits, or if there is, usually they're hidden by the the bunkers, which I don't mind. But even when you play, like, it makes you want to play the higher difficulties, but then you're playing with other people where they're either searching for those things or they're not working as a team, and then objectively you guys need to complete objective, but no one wants to do objective. People are trying to fight, and they're constantly running out of resources, out of ammo, and then, you know, that's why another thing I use last gun is because I got tired of having to ask for ammo and shit, or having to deal with it, and people debating when they're on two separate sides of the map, because you split your full team to save time. if you stick together, you know, I think that's optimal and super great and really fun. What I would want it have it be, but the game really asks you to split up so you can save time, especially once you get enough experience where you can just kick ass. But it just becomes this kind of, again, issue or problem. Let's see. But that's just where I feel on it. There's just a lot of fucking conflicting feelings and issues that I have with this game. Which, again, it's a good game. I enjoy it. I have a great time. And some nerfs, some stuff I'm like, valid, perfectly good. Some of the stuff I'm like, it's whatever. None of the nerfs really affected me, but I just wish they, like, just would get on with the content stuff so I could just roll that shit out. And start making more money and seeing what new they have to offer. 'Cause the mechs are alright, but they need double ammo like they kind of already had in the first game. And I can totally see ATVs just being the meta in this game. And I already seen the, you know, here's some footage from some hacker guy who shows it off. And I'm like, yeah, the game is built around having vehicles, but it doesn't have vehicles. So even if you're playing on the lowest difficulties, I see a bunch of people who are level 50 and supposed to be experienced, yet they're all struggling to have barely any minutes on the timer. And it's like, what's the purpose of doing certain content? Like, what's the point of doing a hive if you don't need samples and, you know, you don't need XP or this requisition stuff? There's literally no point. You're only causing yourself more problems. And on paper, it's supposed to be good because, hey, you kill hives, there's going to be likely less patrols, less issues, less enemies. And what, in my words, my friend Scotch would say is, like, it's not a problem with that because when I play with other people, that's not an issue because people will just collect samples and do all the shit for me. But for I as JA_007, people don't. They all fucking go out in a fucking corner and they all die somewhere. They don't do shit. They don't collect shit. They don't do shit. And they can't help themselves. Shut the fuck up, Commissar. But anyway, it's just, I'm fucking, god damn it, Commissar. We'll just cut out over here. We'll cut through here.
Marking location.
Is this enough to actually get through your mech? It should be enough.
Dropships.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not that fat, jeez.
But you thicky boy! You thicky boy. Gotta be considerate.
Well, it's funny you say that defeating hives and shit should mean less patrols, which I've learned it actually has no effect on patrols. That's based on how much time's left in the match.
Yeah, I've heard back and forth with developers as well. They're saying it's tied to hives, and then other times it's tied to timer. I know for a fact it's tied with timer, but apparently it gets amplified by the hives, and if you piss... the thing is, what I'm pointing out, because what I'm talking about is from my experience, and I appreciate you pointing that out because it's a good thing that maybe not everyone's going to be getting, is someone who is playing... Let's say, okay, so let's say everyone's split up, right? And you have David, right? David, he alerts the heavy hive, and he maybe destroys one hive or he just alerts them, right? Like, he ran dick first in the hive right up ahead of us, and then he died or booked out, and he just left it there. Those enemies will now keep pumping and super spawning, and they won't stop. And they'll be added more and more to the patrols, and the patrols become thicker. It amplifies the timer. But no one points that out.
Here because you want me to avoid going that way,
yeah,
or 'cause
avoid.
you want me to go that way?
Avoid.
I was just
Either
like,
one works.
You turned that direction and ran off, so I didn't know if like you wanted to do a pincer maneuver or.
I mean, I'm down with taking shit out for the fun of it. That's fine. That's how I view hives and shit. But I just wish there was more purpose, because that's the point that me and Scotch were complaining about yesterday. He is more upset about it than me. I like doing hives, but he's like, what the fuck is the purpose? It's stupid as fuck because of the simple fact that the game wants you to, you know, be time savers too, where you have to kind of have this whole thing where you need to get these resources and collect shit, but you're running into these problems. Also, thank God I was actually picking up those requisitions and they actually were working that time, so hopefully with server time it's good. Also, I wish I had the angel drone or the repair special weapon, because I would just repair your mech right now and not have it be smoking. I wish, which is weird because like literally Helldivers 1 is what Helldivers 2 is gonna be in eventual time. It's just getting there eventually. Because like everything's there, it's just obviously top down isometric.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
So I'm excited to see a lot of the weapons like the sickle, the last pistol, and everything else coming back with their war bond. I don't know whether they advertised was the free war bond or the premium war bond, but I'm excited regardless.
They advertised a new free war bond.
Hey, yeah, it's actually saying super credits now. Okay, the servers are actually good. Maybe after this mission,
I noticed,
yeah.
the newest update, they tell you how many super credits you get, which, you know,
Yeah.
you don't need to because it's always 10, but
Yeah.
Fabricator.
Well, I think it was always supposed to be like that, but it just never fucking worked. And then they're like, hey, we're gonna tell you now because we finally got it working. We just didn't say it wasn't working.
yeah. But back to the whole what's the point of side objectives thing?
Yeah, yeah.
The point of side objectives is just that. They are side objectives. They
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
matter, right?
They don't,
It's
yeah.
just like, I don't take out all of these outposts because I care,
Yeah.
or because the extra patrols make the game so much more difficult, or whatever, because it really doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't. It really doesn't. I agree.
I can survive on suicide without doing the hives.
100 meters.
Yeah,
I
impossible
can
or
survive
Helldiver.
on this
Yeah.
difficulty with it. It's just
Something
like,
here.
it's the little fun. It's like, yeah, we are
Mark the location.
Helldivers trying to fight for Super Earth. We want to eradicate the automaton threat.
It's
So
just
let's do that.
honestly, it's kind of weird. One thing I noticed, which I know they're gonna be adding suppress weapon. I'm sorry, requisition and a medal for you. I'm gonna say that they're gonna be adding stealth. They're gonna add suppress weapons from the first game, so they're gonna be adding that in there. I don't know if it's gonna be an attachment system or if it's just gonna be flat out suppress weapons. I think it's suppressed. I saw that they're gonna have maybe a crossbow and I think a SMG or something. I forgot. But me and my friend are like, well, we sort of already get that already with the las weapon. I'm excited for that. But it's weird because like the game wants you to have all these options, but like I don't think it's fully there. And what I mean by that is like the heavy armor is objectively weaker than the heavy armor in the first game, in my opinion. And then also they the way they nerfed the shield generator, I think was one for sure needed, but it has a new issue that the first game didn't. Because how it worked, because as you know in this game, if you have a bug or something that hits you within your, like, if something hits you while you're, like, if it were to strike you and hit you, and it somehow goes through your shield, like, if anyone was inside your shield and hits you, that counts, like, you know, your shield doesn't matter, pretty much.
Yeah,
In the
like
first
a
game, it was...
Hunter that tries to
yeah,
slow you down from a
exactly.
distance fails, but if it's right next to you, it succeeds.
Exactly. In the first game, it was just flat out like, no, it was just flat out like an overshield over your own health, which
Yeah,
was
like a
nice.
Halo kinda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really was. And it actually would heal you for, like, it can be delayed, but it would compensate for the delay. But in this game, because of the update, when your shield breaks, it legit breaks, and then the moment it starts healing up, like for a moment, it literally stops, like Halo style, which I don't like that, because I'm like, this shouldn't be Halo, this should be Helldivers 1. And the whole thing's built around it, where it's like, what's the point of having this if I would get better protection from having, like, you know, a guard dog on me than a shield at times.
Sequels are always difficult like that, because you have
Yeah.
to have it make sense with the past games, but you also still want to be able to do your own thing while you make the new game.
Exactly.
I'm on it.
Which I think that's what I find weird with this game, is I think it's exactly that. Like, they're having a struggle of identity. Also, I've had my game set to... Is this your friend, or is it my friend?
Nope.
Probably someone from my friends list.
No fucking
Yeah,
clue who
yeah.
that is.
Yeah. Someone from my friends list, but I think they changed their username. Their name is hilarious, though. the Frenchiest Fry 218 is just... That's... I love that. Cause I'm here to, you know... chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. That's what he's giving me vibes for. Oh, we got enemies coming from over the southeast. But anyway, yeah, it's just been a weird situation for me, because it's like... It might just be a me thing, because of the, like... And I've been seeing it other people too, especially Scotch. But, like, there's like this... Even people who are not even ranked 50, I've been seeing it, where there's like this weird fatigue. Because the game, especially with the timer, asks and demands you for everything. Because you have limited lives now, objectively limited lives, and you have limited time. I just wish that if the time ran out, it just took away your orbitals or took away stratagems, but not your respawns.
Yeah.
Like, cause like you get the your exfil doesn't rely on your Star Destroyer, it relies on the shuttle, on Pelican 1. Oh, I just got killed by a cannon turret. But it's weird when you have that and you have it disappear. And I also seen on off footage of other people where they're viewing Star Destroyers, and apparently I don't know if it's because people lose or because of the Star Destroyer leaves, but I've literally seen Star Destroyers literally get detonated and blow up. God damn. I went to go grab my stuff. The cannon turret got me. It's all the way towards the southeast. I'm gonna have to take it out. It's so hard to see.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah.
It just shot at me. I'm gonna try and go around this rock, sneak up on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to help out this guy with my nades. Yeah, it looks like the impact grenades are actually working, which again I think was just tied to the server issues. I feel like the majority of any of these issues is server issues, which I don't blame. Everyone's wanting to hop on when everyone's been saying that the things are on. I was playing earlier and didn't have these issues because I was actually fighting for the war to get this through. Everyone else of my friends was playing against bugs. I was fighting the robots because, you know, the developers said on Twitter and even in game, if you read the text when it was when you first hop on, that you need to take back to Tech1 or whatever the heck it was called to get the mechs. That's where the factory is. So he took it out.
Yeah.
Glad I got it, but then that's when all the server issues happened, which again I think is because everyone's hopping on, which is no problem. Happy too. But I don't know if it's that or if someone's actively trying to like DDoS the servers, because as much as I would like to believe it's a lot of people hopping on, like they increased their server capacity to the 800,000 people, and then
I think it was 700.
I remember he posted
they upped it
800,000. Yeah.
Oh, they must have added another 100.
Probably. Yeah. But even then I'm like, damn. I don't know if it was just simply the update rollout, or if it was the fact that, like, it should have been a proper update and not, like... Which I do like that they do live updates. Like, they're actively changing things, like even armors and pallets and all this other shit. And stats.
Yeah.
But at the same merit, it does make it buggy for everyone else. That's like the... Oh, Camosaur behind, he just called a ship. My gun's empty. There you go. There you are. Let me call down resupply for us.
Throwing supply beacon.
But that's, that... I got you. But yeah, that's kind of where I was all these bugs. I'm like, where it was supposed to be fixed and then it's not fixed, but I guess it's fixed. Like, you know, earlier when, like, I hopped on discussions today and I saw that people were immediately complaining about how they're holding in for, they picked up any interactable and it was worse than, and I agreed, it was worse than all the previous versions. Okay, I'm gonna fall back because apparently there's a 500 kilogram bomb. Holy shit. Being dropped there. But
Yeah, but hey, it worked.
it did work. Yeah, wow, that kilogram bomb had standard range for once. Not super small. Had to be dropped on top of the thing. But I'm sure, like, my belief is everything's gonna be refined in time and it's gonna get better. That's the hope and dream.
This is a massive passion project for them, right? And
Yeah.
like, the first couple months,
Very
instead
good.
of being able to work on the game, they just had to work on making the
Server.
game acceptable for the player base to be able to get onto it.
Exactly.
Like they had
And it looks
that
like they're still
massive
struggling.
time sink.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah, their entire road
they still
project,
have those server issues.
their road map got completely fucked.
Yeah.
They
They're
said,
already like a couple months behind schedule because of it.
Throwing grenade.
Probably.
yeah.
And you
They're
know-
like, we've announced we're a year behind.
Yeah, it's also a funny thing. It's like if they're actively making live changes to a game that has hundreds of thousands of players playing it at any given time, it's gonna break now and then, right?
Yeah, that's how I view
Like,
it.
take Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight doesn't do live updates. It does full, you have to log off and update your game
Yeah.
files, blah 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 updates. And that thing can barely have two NPCs on a map at a time
Southwest,
without breaking.
100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a much bigger project, and the fact that it breaks so little in comparison.
And for being a AA devs,
Yeah.
they haven't had that crazy much experience, even though they've been in the game for for years, because Helldivers 1 and other stuff they worked on. But it's very interesting to see how much they're pulling off.
It's because, speaking of Helldivers 1, I think maybe the fact that I don't have that nostalgia, don't have that play, is why I don't have such a negative passion for all the things that are, like, different or weaker. Because I don't have that nostalgia. It's like, the timer, maybe compared to the first game, is a bad change. But compared to nothing...
It's still a bad. It's still a bad.
It's still not that great, but it's not like you're going, oh, I used to have no timer, and now I'm being limited. It's, oh, I've always had a 40-minute timer.
No, the thing is though is that that's the thing though is that this game, like, we should be like what we see in the advertisements of, like, taking our time, killing everything, wiping out everything fully, and spreading democracy and shit. But that's the thing though, that's not the reality of the game. We're having to be like these literal, instead of super soldiers that are just ripping everything to shreds, we're having to be special forces that are, like Green Berets, get in, get out, get paid. And I don't mind that. I'm used to that. I'm used to hunking in so many games. But I also like the fact of I don't want to do that all the time. And I know everyone else does, but I have to be the guy who's forced to use X weapons, X meta things, X whatever. And then if I'm not using that, then it's some weapons are just not there, like how the flamethrower wasn't always there, but now is with the damage buff, and I honestly believe they changed also the range for it as well. But
yeah, I think the damage buff for that was nice, but it needs just that little bit extra spice, you know?
Oh my god, the reinforcers on that guy. But that's what I'm trying to say though, is like I want to use more stuff that is different. But it feels like I have to, like, if I'm using that stuff where I'm not built like a one-man army, and I want to build it where I'm having a team, I feel like you have to absolutely like work with your team 24/7, have it pre-made, so you can't really play solos or what have you, or holy shit, that is fucking, there's a death over that direction. I'm gonna toss nades over there.
How'd you like to taste some freedom?
But
Eat this!
what am I gonna say? Yeah, I'm actually distract him. Distract him, 2B. Distract him.
Get here! Get in!
The mech is coming. He's holding him back. He's holding him. Get him. In my head canon, he's activated and he's shooting all the robots as we leave him.
I will admit, when I first saw like all of the TikToks and Instagram reels and trailers for this game, I was expecting more of a Planet Side 2. There is no time.
That's what everyone was saying too. They were expecting Planet Side 2 or Warhammer and so many other series, which I'm like, no, it's Helldivers 1, because I came from Helldivers 1, and my friend, he didn't come from Helldivers 1. Scotch, known him for majority of my life, and he's an actual vet. He does a bunch of other shit. I just want to put in here, every time you say Scotch as if I'm supposed to know who that is. You've played with him many times. You've played with him many times.
Is his name like Scorcher or something in the Discord?
His name is in there. It's Scotch97 or whatever.
I'm really bad with names until like the 10th time I've met someone.
That's fine.
It takes me like 10 times to learn someone's name.
That's why I say it, because that's the thing though, is like I'm pointing out views that I actually kind of agree with him on, and I think is a fair critique. Is it the best critique, or do I think it's the most offensive thing? No, that's why it's his words, but I think it's a valid point, and that's why I bring in this conversation, because I'm like, yeah, that is a fucking fair point. Because for me, I'm more of a fan for the timer as opposed to him where he absolutely hates it. But the thing is, the more I play the game, the more I play it, the more I hate the timer, because I see the flaws into it. Because now I see where if, let's say for example, I wanted to be the super stealth guy who wants to lay down prone and go everywhere and not trigger anything, and then everyone's playing their own game elsewhere, that's fine. But, you know, now you have all these issues of running back into each other, running into, like, the timer. So who's more optimal? The guy who's going prone everywhere, or the guy who's running over, triggering everything, or the guy who's just in and out, get paid? But then, you know, to what level is one person having quote-unquote fun? And I think that's what the problem is that everyone's trying to find their own fun in the game, but everyone's limited by this idea of fun. Because now the people who want to go out and go full Warhammer or full planet side on the fucking map, they're having to be yelled at by other people who are like, do the fucking objective, or don't trigger patrols, or whatever. And if you're doing stealth, well, it's like, well, guess what, now you're taking more time, or we should just kill that patrol. Oh shit, because you're stealthing and we're not here, you know, our strength isn't as strong as it could be. And then people are doing the objective, people are like, but we want to do all the side objectives. I'm like, well, let's do all the side objectives and other shit afterwards. Or either people are like, let's actually do all the side objectives first and then the final mission, so it makes the final mission easier. So it's just like this weird thing.
Team, do whatever you come across first.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that when you're playing as someone who sees that issue, and I get the same idea of like, well, just choose not to give a fuck. When you do that, if you are a person who is trying to succeed, or just trying to play or have fun, or trying to achieve anything, it then becomes a problem. Like for me, if I'm the guy who wants, or I'm going to say for myself, hey, I'm going to go out and farm super credits or whatever, you know, there's going to be people who are like, well, guess what? We're not going to play a level that's going to have super credits. Or, hey, cool. Well, we're going to play and have fun and actually play the game and work together as a team. We're going to have you suffer by yourself as you search and do everything. Or, hey, guess what? We don't want to do the main objective, so we're going to have you do the main objective while we search around and get the super credits and whatever. And then you'll come back and you'll figure out, like, guess what? They said, and it marked on the map saying they went and traveled to this location. They didn't actually pick up this super credit or this item or this thing or this sample. So it kind of makes it feel like you have to do everything yourself, legitimately, and it's annoying. And it shouldn't feel that way. It shouldn't. It should feel like a team collaborative effort. But that's the thing, though. It's that level of passion and care of getting the job done. But not everyone shares that. And I don't blame anyone. No one's gonna take it to that same level. No one's going to go out and be that same level. But that's that invisible pressure. That pressure wouldn't be there if there was no timer. But you have a timer. You have a limited time to do everything. If you're doing the side objectives, guess what? Who's doing the main objective? Oh, do you have to delegate all the work? Oh, but I don't want to do it. I want to go there, or I want to just stay in the middle of the map and just shoot everything, and that's fine. Cool. You're activating all the bug breaches. Cool. That I guess you're in some way contributing, but then it now becomes an issue when, hey, we're calling down the 100th resupply, but you call down one resupply, we're gonna bitch at you because guess what? We deserve it more because we're actually fighting. It's like, yeah, but I need this grenade to destroy this thing to do the objective or do the side objective. And now it becomes a debate for everyone. Well, we could do the main objective later, or well, who cares about side objective, or oh, everyone should care about side objective. Also, bunker here. But that's kind of the problem that I'm seeing with this game, which I'm just like, okay, well, no problem if there's no timer. And the harder difficulty you are, the more bullshit there is. And as Scotch has said in his opinion, more bullshit means more bullshit time wasters. That's all it's made to be there for. These enemies don't exist, like, they're not difficult, they're not challenging, they're annoying. These aren't fun, engaging enemies to fight. They're annoying fucking enemies, and that's the problem. They're there just to waste your time. So if you want to do the side stuff, well, guess what? Now you have no time to do the main objective. You have no time to do X, Y, or Z. Oh, another bunker here. And at sometimes I'm like, I get that, and it's valid. And so if you're rolling out as a squad team and you're, you know, exploring shit together, I think it's more fun, and you could like be like, okay, guys, we gotta work together. We gotta cut our time. We gotta do the main objective. There we go. But if you're playing on the highest difficulty, do you think anyone's gonna have any level of sanity to actually like as they're screaming over each other, the 20th Bile Titan, you know, on the fucking microphone? No, of course not. And that's completely rational. But the timer either stays the same or becomes worse. And there's some objectives that will tell you, you have 40 minutes to complete it. You load into the match, you drop down 12 minutes, you know. And there's so many times where I've had to be like, okay, well, we have this time. I'm literally scanning over on the map, seeing how many meters away is it. Okay, with my level of armor and with the idealism of no resistance and knowing and play this game so many times what it takes to actually complete that, I know what, you know, like I know how much is going to cost to get that done and what is the possible risk. And obviously anything can go wrong on that way, right? And that's not a problem for me, who's someone who takes it to that level seriously. But guess what? You now you put the weight on that person on another person. Someone says, "Oh, I'll do the main objective." Well, guess what? What if they didn't anticipate, or they're not doing their 200 or 300% that day, right? Not their fault. But guess what? The game now made it their fault. And now it makes it everyone's responsibility because of the timer. And guess what? Everyone's going to get pissy. Everyone's going to get mad when they shouldn't. They honestly shouldn't. In the first game, you know, when you all die together, you legitimately feel like, yeah, we all died together because you legitimately were together and you all worked together, and every team kill, every little thing sucks, but you actively were fighting together and you were forced to fight together. In this game, again, you want, and ideally you want to go out and work and fight together, but you can't do that all the time because you're playing time savers too. What's more optimal? If you are a player who's experienced, like, would you rather have a team that can't do anything unless they're all stuck together, or a bunch of super soldiers that can do everything by themselves as a one-man army, but then guess what? You're a one-man army, and you're playing a co-op game, and it's really great when we're working together and super synergy, and you know how to knock shit out, and you're talking together and doing the shit, but if there's any issue of comms, if there's anyone who wants to do one thing different or what have you, it then makes it a huge problem of the chain of communication. And it becomes this, especially at the higher levels, and that's why I see everyone when they play higher levels, the moment they get everything they want out of it, they don't go back to it. Because I'm like, yeah, there is no point of going back to it other than the fun and the sport of it, which I do enjoy, and I do occasionally go back on my own, even do single player runs on it. But that's the thing though, once you have more players, it changes the spawns, it changes so many other little aspects and things in the game, which I don't mind. But the thing is though, like I said earlier, you account for it. Not everyone else accounts for it. Oh, they alert that one hive, right? Well, they don't know how that system works, or they don't really care about it. Oh, it's a side objective. And then guess what? You're playing Helldiver difficulty. Someone alerted the heavy hive, and then no one cares to actually do it. So you have to do it yourself. But then guess what? You haven't done the main objective, and everyone else is on your team is dead. And they all respawn, like, cool, nice, but then they don't, but then they leave, yeah, like, you know, they either disconnect or they genuinely leave, or, you know, they think the match is, oh, there's no time, so, like, I've had so many times where I played this game, and there's no timer left on the timer, so I'm gonna rage quit and leave the game because it's a pointless game, and I'm better off going and joining another random player or a friend, or starting my own game, because what's the point? Thus leaving you and your team in a shitty spot when you're supposed to be having, like, the game is now has built itself up and even worse than 4 players can handle. Now you only have 3. And it's just a huge common problem. It's kind of gotten easier at times, but
I find it poetic that as you're making these points is right when the teammate dies and leaves.
yeah. Yeah, it just happens.
It's like if I wanted to play the devil's advocate and just, you know, give you someone to argue against, I couldn't. Because it just happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It just does. It's stuff where, like, I say this shit and Scotch also says this shit, but everyone's like, "Oh, it doesn't happen to me." It's like, dude, you play by yourself or you play with your friends, right? We play, like, I play as, like, I'll say for myself, I play as a mercenary, and I go into it with that expectation of that, and I expect everything. Like, when I played Dead by Daylight solo, like I told you that one night, like, I expect to have everything stacked up against me, and I accept that, and that's okay, right? Then that makes it enjoyable for me. But when I don't go into that mindset, and I'm like, okay, we're working as a team, we're doing this, we're doing that, it then becomes like this invisible expectation thing, which at that point, I feel it's like just lose the expectations, which completely fair. And I think that's something that, you know, at times where I'm like, I can totally have control on that. And other times where I could just be carefree and not give a shit. But other times where I'm just like, but should I? And then when I don't, that's when everything goes wrong. And that's when it becomes an issue for everyone else. If that makes sense? Because that's when they want sample. That's when they want to do the objective, or they want to do the thing. And they get hissy-pissy pants. So it requires everyone to also sign up for the I don't give a fuck leisure or ledger. Like, we all sign up to not care or give a fuck. But then, now it's no longer optimal, right? So you're not getting the amount of credits that you could have got, so people are not leveling up or getting the samples that they want or need. That could have made the experience easier for everyone or whatever. So it just makes it this weird dichotomy of where you're trying to maximize everything. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were behind me. Do we want to take out that huge hive up there up north, or do we want to just go somewhere else?
Your mission, your choice.
Copy that.
That's always how I find it.
Yeah,
best way to
same,
avoid
same.
argument is,
West, 200 meters.
You are my superior. I will follow orders.
All right, we'll be working over towards that direction, towards the west. We'll scout around, see if there's anything. I see that there's a fabricator right there. We'll take that out because we already have enemies shooting us from down there. How about this? You run down there, or I'll provide cover support from up here.
Yes, sir.
Say hello to democracy.
Okay, watch out. There's a... I guess you threw a kilogram bomb. It works. But yeah, that's the thing though. I've like, you know, you say that, but not everyone has that same view. Like I've had, I'm not trying to drop names or shit. You're a good person, and that's fine. And same here with myself. I know. Okay, you're a terrible person. All right, will make you feel better. There you go. You gotta keep it a little toxic here, a little. I'm just playing. But
don't insult
yeah.
me.
God damn it. Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to say here is though there's some people who don't, and I'm not gonna name names, but I've had so many times where people are like, "You're not gonna do this thing," and I've had it where Scotch would play with randoms, and I've played with randoms, where people would be like, "You're not doing my thing. I'm gonna threaten to kick you and boot you and ban you from my game." And then I'll invite you to the next game or whatever. And it's so weird. Like, I've had people where they're like, I'm gonna threaten you. And I'm like, if I don't do this, you're not gonna, one, win the match. You're not gonna get all the stuff that you want, that you actually absolutely desire. And I don't even want to do this, but I have to do this. Because literally, if I don't, then again, we're not gonna live, or we're just not gonna be a fun time. Just such a weird thing. Such a weird dichotomy to have.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I agree that just removing the timer entirely would just fix those problems, because you wouldn't have
Yeah.
to deal with the whole, I
Yeah.
want to do this, but we don't have time to do
yeah,
everything.
yeah, it's tied to the whole
That's
difficulty
only
idea.
partially-
Yeah.
That's only partially the timer's fault, because a
Yeah.
lot of that is just lack of team coordination.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say here is like, okay, I agree with the developers actually said the timer is there is to add that fun pressure of like, yeah, even the idea of like, you know, you're at the exfil and it takes like a minute to have it called down, or 2 minutes. Well, the developer Joel, they actually confirmed it, saying, what if it's 4 minutes? Yeah, we actively can look in your game, see how you guys been performing, and we could just add that extra pressure, and it makes those awesome cool moments. I agree to that, and I love that's the thing that I advocate and go for the timer. I feel like Hunk when like from Resident Evil 2 when the timer is there, because it is there. The issue is though, when I don't want to play as Hunk, I'm forced to play as Hunk, and then when I'm playing as Hunk, I'm surrounded by not people who are Hunk. I'm surrounded by all the other Umbrella operatives that are like die in the first 10 seconds when they start the cutscene, you know?
Well, to be fair, Hunk
So-
is cursed so that all of his teammates will always die.
Exactly. So that's just how I live. So like that's why like you've noticed me where I just choose to not give a shit. Sometimes I'll call down a resupply and I'll dive into it to die, because I have to remind myself to not take it so seriously. To remind myself not to. Oh shit, that turret's aiming at us. Oh god. No.
Actually,
Yeah.
correction, it's aiming at you.
Yeah, it is aiming. Oh god, there's another one? The fuck just hit me? Okay, a rocket, I guess. Come get me, turret! Ah! Okay, he got me. He did it. So I have to do shit like that. Okay, toss me at that, and I'll crush it. Or, oh, okay, nice. Did. So when I land, there's a patrol come in, as you can see, fun times.
Reinforcements on the way.
There you go. What the fuck? It didn't die. I'm on top of it. This is awkward.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
I'm shooting it. You see this from my perspective? I'm giving you a haircut. What do you think about your haircut, turret? Do you like your haircut? I'm gonna put a turret on top of a turret.
Throwing down a sentry.
I will. Damn.
Reinforcing.
I can call you on it
You can
though.
put me down.
Yeah, I can call you on it.
I wonder if me landing here.
You will hurt me. Yeah, go for it. Whoa, I'm alive! Oh god. So I survived the first impact full on direct head, but me landing down in the pit is what killed me. Oh no, it was the bleed out. It's a bleed out timer when it hurt my torso.
I don't have one of those.
Yeah, you don't. Actually, oh, there's a tank here. I land on top of tank. Scotch has an issue with that armor. Apparently, I don't know. I never had an issue with it, and I bet you also have not had an issue with it. But I've watched him play, and his chest would break and he would start bleeding, and it sometimes doesn't work, which I guess is just a bug. At times I'd use it.
That problem.
For me, I've had the problem at times, and it's like a 50-50 chance. I literally view that armor as I jokingly call it, because it should be called that, the Fear and Hunger armor, and that is your life is determined by a coin toss.
On the way.
I land on him. He dead.
Still alive.
Yeah, I had to land on him 2 times. Do you see on here? I had to land on it 2 times. Oh, got it. I'm falling in the pit again. No, not the Sarlacc pit. Not again. No, George Lucas, no.
Possible that he's just getting injured somewhere else, and that's what's killing him.
I thought that so too. I watched him for a full like match. He pull up like screen share and everything, and it like I've also ran into the bug myself where it like you will get your chest only broken, and you'll start bleeding. Okay.
Not broken yet.
Oh shit. My bad.
Well,
That yeah. I guess. Hold on, let me use the pistol, the Redeemer. I'd be like, all right, let me just pull it for a second.
I was expecting like a pap, pap,
Yeah.
pap.
Yeah.
Instead, I got a pap.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah. See.
Okay, I'm gonna hide
So-
from these bots.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched him, and I've also had it happen to myself on stream before, and it's weird where, it would break.
Was he wearing this armor or
Yeah.
the other this armor?
He was wearing that armor. He doesn't have the pre-order.
This is the pre-order. Oh,
Is
not
that
the
one?
pre-order. This is the
Federation.
This
Here.
is the premium one.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the,
War
not the pass. This is the one you get for the super citizen.
Saving you!
yeah, no, he doesn't have that. He has the standard one, which is the
Hero of
same.
The Federation armor?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's basically the
It's the
same.
same. It is. Oh, I did. Okay. Impact. Yeah. Apparently, the impact grenade decided to spawn a little backwards. We should. That was safe distance for both of us.
That impact grenade has a bigger blast rate
It is.
than the 500.
Yeah. It really. Yeah. It feels like that at times, man. I don't get it. I've had times where I've tossed it directly into my face and then I'll be completely fine. I toss it like where I tossed it a moment ago, and it was just like, you're dead. Get him, son. But yeah, that's where I have to. Oh god, that's not you. That's a scout walker. Ah, he's shooting at me. I toss him a nade.
Why do you think I said behind you?
Yeah. Oh, there he goes, Yeeted again. Oh, there I go, Yeeted myself again. So yeah, I'm just choosing to, not take it uber seriously.
Back inbound!
Because I want to take it super seriously. I'm like, every death really actually matters and it's super fun. But if I do that, I'll just make my ass anal retentive up the a-hole.
Throwing grenade!
I think a planet-side version of this game would be cool, where you just land on a planet
Yeah.
and you close bug holes and you destroy towers and whatever.
Oh, by the way, before you hopped on, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while now. Literally before you hopped on, before I re-hop back on this game, I literally updated I made a review for PlanetSide 2, saying if you want a co-op version of this, play Helldivers 2, and I hopped on my review for Helldivers 2 and said if you want a PvP version of this, go play PlanetSide 2, play NC for Liberty. Liberty for the NC. Like, same color scheme and everything.
Requesting advanced
A
weaponry!
lot of the criticism you were talking about is all timer-based stuff, and I gotta say,
Oh.
I actually really enjoy the
I
timer.
do enjoy the timer. So that's why I was like, if I sounded super negative, I was playing his side of Devil's Advocate, because I feel that sometimes, but there's other times when I'm like, I don't care.
With nothing but love and respect for you.
50 meters.
You were kind of being a dick.
Oh yes, I was. I full send on that. I was embodying as what Scotch and I would say when we get into those heated moments. We become assholes.
Antius
Because
Maximus?
yes. But no, like, do I have crazy super serious views on that? But I feel like I need to take that super serious view because sometimes or as I see with other people, they actually have those feelings and they can't change their opinion on that. Like, there's nothing that can happen. And do I want everything to be bounced around that? No. Like, I like the timer because I think it allows good pacing. And it does become that point of, like, yeah, everything, it adds more pressure. And with it, you know, it's like that same outcome like I described to you in Helldivers 1. It's like when you fully die out as a team, it feels like that, right? Because if you're actually working with your team and that cohesion, it feels like that. Like, oh, timer's out. We used our resources. We were not good enough. That's cool. We literally fought it all and we died as a team. I feel that that spirit's still here in this game. It's just a problem when you are playing by yourself with randoms or you're playing by yourself and you have no control over like what you and your team does. And let's say, like, hey, guys, let's do the main objective. No, we're gonna go in the corner of the map and fight for the end of the match and then act like there's no timer. There's times where my friend Scotch, he would, like, I was there with him where people were literally like, he was like, hey man, we need to play, we need to beat the timer, we gotta do the objective. And they're like, there's no timer in the game. There's literally a timer at the top right. But people would deny, and they're like, what happened?
Oh my god, I just realized who that is. I
What?
thought his name was Scorch. Scotch.
Yeah, it's Scotch.
It'll make sense.
Yes,
The pieces have fallen into place.
yes,
A new core memory has been unlocked.
yes. Yeah, that's Scotch. He's a really good guy. Known for,
Took me a while.
yeah, it's okay. That happens. That's why I said I expect that. That shit happens. Like you said, it's gonna take 10.
T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Yeah. But you know, it's one of those things you were talking about earlier about having to do everything.
Yeah.
I literally had that yesterday where I did every side objective,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
nest, every main objective. Literally, I did everything.
Progress.
I've I don't know if you were there that stream, but I like this is gonna be me kind of like razzy tazzing on hard mode in everyone. Oh shit, you died. Okay, let me get you back. Oh god, I tripped. The fuck. But me and Scotch are playing, and it was him and I think Killcade, and they were struggling with everything in the game, which was fair. I think it's completely fair. Yeah. And we were playing, and I guess, in my opinion, I think hard mode had a bad day. He was getting upset a little bit. But it's fair because it's the same level when I get upset. So I'm just like, bruh, I feel that. I feel that, like, there is no judgment. There's no judgment. But we had it where Scotch and I were doing, like, it was a 2-on-2 team. Because, like, it was me and Scotch, and it was him and Killcade. And they wanted to do their own thing. So we're like, okay, fine. They want to do their own thing. We tried supporting them. We would cover fire them, right? Like there's literally enemies eating at their legs, and we would kill the enemy off of them. But they wouldn't do the same for us. So we're like, okay, well, we're working as a team, and we're covering you, but you're not covering us. What's the fucking point? And you guys are kicking up all these, you know, these bee nests, these hives, all the time. Okay, we're gonna just have that be your problem because it is your problem. So we're gonna go do the actual objective because you guys are just wanting to fight hives for XP. Okay, whatever. So we accept that. They wanted to find samples and they wanted to find XP during the time. So we're like, all right. So we started doing the objectives. We were completing everything. They were taking forever to go do a sea artillery. They couldn't even do that. We ended up it was like an egg mission, and then we ended up doing the sea artillery that they couldn't do for a long time. They went to the thing. They completely died multiple times and failed, and were complaining. We're like, it's impossible. You guys can't do that. We're not even there. I think we chucked like an airstrike or we just shot a good grenade. Like we tossed a good grenade or something, and we just immediately completed the objective and did everything when they couldn't even get to the actual objective. And so we did everything, and we're like, okay, well, that's the weird thing. And now it feels like a shitty situation of like, well, we feel like we have to do everything, and it feels like they are trying to do everything, but they can't do anything. And I see that being a struggle because, again, it's like what you said earlier. It's that team synergy, which I absolutely agree with. But that's the thing, though, is like the game demands that, and that's the ideal thing. The game promotes that. That's the ideal way of playing. But now it forces everyone to do that. But then again, that timer makes it like, how do I put this? The timer is fine because you and I, Ark, we understand that we like the timer. Scotch flat out hates the timer, you know, but that's where I'm like, I'm in this middle ground, but I actually lean more towards liking the timer because, again, the good pacing, all the other things mentioned, and I feel like, well, if we didn't beat that in 40 minutes, like, bruh, it shouldn't have taken that long. It was paced out for that, and it's fine. Yeah.
It fights against gamer entitlement of like, oh, I deserve to be able to do everything and achieve everything.
Yeah, it also...
Like,
What makes it...
Extraction should not be an expectation.
It does also make it weird. The weird thing is because it has the same issue from the first game. Because the first game, you revive someone else because they had their own set of stratagems and everything, and it was good. In the first game, for resupply, it dropped 2 ammo boxes, but everyone had a resupply, and they actively had to choose it, and it would spawn, or you had to like live off the field or whatever. But that's literally how it worked. Well, in this game, you share the resupply together, but it's not taking a stratagem slot. It's taking the team stratagem slot, as you see on the top in game, with the respawns. But that was already a thing in the first game. Like, you can upgrade your resupply. You can upgrade your respawns to be sooner and sooner, which I, again, crossing fingers, I want to be able to upgrade all my stratagems even more. But, you know, the same thing with guns. I want gun attachments again. But... you know, the day will be the day when that happens. But that's kind of the weird thing about it, for lack of a better term, is because in that game, when you respawn someone, it was purely free, and sure, it was on a time once you used it, but it was your own personal timer. Let's say, like, the full team wiped, right? We had a full 4-man, and I respawned everyone. My timer thing would be going to be able to respawn people, but everyone could respawn when they choose to respawn. So it gave more credence for them to stay alive. And if they all died again, well, guess what? I had to wait the extra timer. But it's cool when they respawn because they can actually spawn in fresh new stuff or what have you. But it's weird because, like, now the game wants you to be kind of separated, but also together. It has the same issue as the first game where it's like, okay, well, we have a turret, well, it can still shoot you. But in the first game, it made more sense because everyone was able to see everything. But now since everyone's going their own direction, it feels more a reason to play by yourself because, hey, I'm bringing a turret, but then you put down your turret, everyone bitching about how the mortar killed me, or the turret just gunned me down, and you shouldn't, or the mines, I ran into the mines. I run into mines, but I'm being devil's advocate there, where everyone feels that, and then there's shit, I can't bring that, or if I bring that, I have to be super responsible for them, which makes sense, and that...
like, you're all on a hill, you throw a turret down the hill, and it's like a slow shooting autocannon.
Yeah.
And then someone else runs down the hill, runs
exactly.
the shot, and they go, how the turret shot me? It's like,
you knew it was there. Exactly. And it makes this pointing game.
An airstrike into a fight that people are in, I call it out.
Yeah, you gotta call it out.
An airstrike at a base down a hill that you are facing, I shouldn't need to call that out, because you can see it.
The thing, though, I will say, I feel like the characters should scream out what they're throwing, or like it should, like, because you have
Eagle incoming.
Well, yeah, they say with certain things, but that's the thing, though. You have to look at it physically, and it tells you exactly what it is, like what type of eagle, what type of artillery, what have you. Is it artillery that's more focused, or is it something that's wide where it's like even you being on that hill far away, are you in the kill radius? So it makes everyone have to constantly look at, which, again, you can easily do by just pulling out your map, because you then see what everyone's bringing, or in the preload thing. I'm being devil's advocate for people who are joining in mid-game, you know, for those people. So that's what I'm like, okay, you are bringing in a nuke, you're bringing in the airstrike, so I feel good and safe, and I know those weapons, and that's perfectly fine. Do we both want to throw eagles at that, I guess? Yeah.
It's also like a kind of, it's like the same thing but slightly different, because it's like, if you throw something down a hill and someone sees you do that and runs into that base and dies.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Throw something down that hill, and even though you threw it down there, you and your team are still in its kill radius, then it's slightly different, because it's like, that's a big kill radius, you should call it out if you're in it.
That's kind of a weird problem that happened even in the first game. There was this literal barrage, missile barrage that would literally, when it would hit the map, it would kill like as much as your entire screen, to give you an idea. So you call it and you would all run away. I've seen where people are like, it's justified to kill your teammates because, you know, again, the objective or whatever. Okay, copy. Yeah, I had no idea you armed that, or that even dropped.
That's where I said.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate that. But
If you were over there,
mm-hmm.
I would have been like, yeah, don't.
Me run runs directly. Guys, I'm gonna call down to help. Blows up. Hey, you killed me with help. But that's also what I find funny is like I don't care for deaths, but what becomes a problem for me is that now it doesn't have what the first game has, where back then the first game it was unlimited lives. This game is limited lives. And it's like that sucks, but that puts pressure on everyone. And I've had matches where like the game just started the first minute, like I don't know how to. Oh well, I have the stuck glitch again. I guess the servers are dying again. But
Logged on.
yeah,
No.
people logged on. They heard the
Jay get
news.
angry, so they log off again.
Hey, the game's really bad. You should refund it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
happened. Is last time
Yeah.
you started getting real heated and
Yeah, everyone left. It all worked out. Joel heard my pleas.
like,
He is the god of
everyone
fear and
just started,
hunger.
like,
God
crossing
of-
the street,
God
like,
of-
don't want to have to deal with that guy.
Don't want to deal with that guy. He guy's got problems. No,
Here comes the guy.
I hope it like
How do you mind further?
I don't know. Well, it's double
You
dead.
suck at this.
Wait, what? Oh, I was aiming at the thing. I wasn't aiming for.
Anyway, just somehow mine went further. I will notice that sometimes that with stratagems, like you'll charge and wind and arc as high as you can, and it'll go like 3 feet, and other times you'll just kind of toss it and it goes across the map, and you're like, what?
You know what? Withdrawing to rearm.
Oh, we got a patrol right here.
Calling down a support weapon.
I'm gonna call this in now because I didn't use it at all last time.
Yeah, I'm also feeling where it's like if I don't have it as a selected stratagem, it's an afterthought when it's like the brand new content. Holy shit. You know, one thing I will give this game over the first game is that if this was the first game, they would all stop attacking us and they would be gunning for your mech right now. They would destroy it. Well, I'm dead. I should have looked that direction. I should have dived or something. I felt it. I felt it coming. First strike. But yeah, in this game, they just completely ignore the vehicles, which is weird to me because in the first game, they actively all destroy it. You can actually make it a tactic to shoot at it multiple times. They'll shoot at it multiple times and keep attacking it, but you keep healing it with the heal gun. And then that's how you'll do it. Do you have no ammo in there? When I was dead, it said you had no ammo, but you just got in it.
No, I got 1,000.
Okay, good. Weird. On the screen there, when I was looking at your perspective, it said you had no ammo. Okay, I'm gonna get our stuff
I think
back.
a lot of problem comes from people being like, oh, I need to get every objective and escape. I think
yeah.
they need to really reinforce that the more objectives you do, the more likely you are to die.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it shouldn't just be like a, oh, I did all of the objectives and just barely ran out of time. It should be like a, every hive, every factory,
Dropping a
every
pin,
objective,
southeast, 200 meters.
one, more likely that at least one member of your team doesn't make it. And then 2, and then 3. Like,
Well, that's
because our government doesn't care about its soldiers.
well, okay. Well, we're not gonna talk about real life playing. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, real life. Yeah, that's just
I
fact.
was talking about the game, but if we're going to talk about real life, our government cares way less about its soldiers.
Yes, way less. Beyond the truth on that one. But I was gonna say was I agree with you on that because that's the weird thing is like there's like now that there's limited lives, there's more pressures on those lives, so it's like weird. It's like so it makes this weird entitlement and also how the respawn system works. For like let's say for example I'm playing with a 4-man, right? But I want to be Mr. Stealth guy and everyone's being loud, right? And I'm doing the main objective, but they're doing the side objective. But let's say everyone dies, right? What if I choose not to respawn anyone? They have no control over that. It's toxic as hell, and that probably might hurt the timer or what could be done, but it's still a valid thing. So I'm like, well, I still want to stealth in this place. I don't want your drop pods and you guys shooting everywhere to do that. Or if I'm gonna drop you, I'm gonna toss you over the hill somewhere else. And it becomes this weird thing.
Expectation of like,
Yeah. Pressure on your life.
Why aren't
Yeah.
you respawning me?
Exactly.
Why aren't you respawning me? It's like,
Exactly.
I'm fucking busy.
Yeah, I'm busy, and spawning you in this situation would get you killed, or either myself killed in this scenario, and it usually leads to that. Where in the first game, no, it just dropped here. I'm gonna arm it right now. Arming now, and it's armed.
I need extra
Yeah.
runaway time.
Yeah,
Very slow.
yeah, I know you're in a mech. But that's a weird thing on this game, which is like it's like I have no issue because I feel like all this stuff, especially the timer, everything, when you know the game was asking for, you can work around it. Like in any video game when you have a challenge, and I like it all, and it's rewarding those aspects. But I feel like the moment you stop doing what the game wants you to do, like I want to have a fight, or I want to do all these things, or do X, Y, or Z, it then becomes an issue. And I think the problem is, though, since people obviously can't have control over in the game, it becomes now an everyone issue. Because like how it worked in the first game, there's no common samples, there's no rare samples, there's no super samples. It was just samples. Yes, and it was you had to collect 10 samples in to get 1 research point that would be added, to unlock like an attachment. Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, wow, it really does not get hindered by water. That's nice. And I'm like sprinting in the water.
I would be surprised.
Well, yeah, I know. I would be surprised too. Another thing my friends also had an issue is like how come in the first game you could go through any water, but in this game now you can drown, or you could barely swim for a second and then die in like a kiddie pool. Like the fuck?
Well, that's a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, because like
I feel it too, but
because
the weight,
military gear,
yeah,
is heavy as shit, right?
it is.
And now can think about how heavy
Yes.
our military gear is, where it's actual full like medieval armor,
Yeah.
full body coverage.
No, I know this stuff as someone from, by the way, I used to, way back in the day, want to go towards many different works of life. There's stuff I'm going to say that I've worked on that I can't go into details of, but I know in my youth, I wanted to, go and join the Green Berets and what have you. Life shit happened, in all the good ways and I guess bad ways and what have you. It's a weird gray area. Where I do know that information of like, okay, what does, having a rig will have, and, what you're going to bring with you, and how is it going to handle with the water. I agree with that statement that it is realistic, and I do like that. But it also makes it funny to me, because it's a funny way to die, but also makes it a problem weirdly, where, okay, you drowned, right? And it was innocent, or like you just got yeeted into the water and there's nothing you could have done and you drowned and died. But then now everyone's angry at you sometimes because, hey, you asshole, we have limited lives. And it feels weird where like, again, it's like that classic problem of like, okay, I'm doing everything. So like if someone does take on that full responsibility, then do they take on the responsibility of that when it does get that bad, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to respawn at anyone, I'm going to respawn myself, or what have you. So it just makes it this weird situation, because, if Dave can just complete a full match by himself, with 1 life and never dying, or maybe, maybe he dies 1 time, but then everyone else, like, literally wastes all the respawns in the first 5 seconds. Should he then choose to space out everyone's lives? Also, I died from that. You blowing that up?
Oh, yeah.
They've really upped in the latest update dying from concussion, because your head has no protection. Which I wish it had some level of protection, because like if you get shot in the head, you're dead. If your head hits any concussion from ragdoll onto something, you die. You could literally have super duper armor and everything, and it will keep you extra safe with padding. But the moment it hits your head, it's like, in real life, it's just jelly.
In real life, it doesn't matter how strong your armor is. If something breaks your neck, you die.
You dead. Which is hilarious. But like, for example, like I have no issue, because I'm like, that's hilarious for 1, and 2, it's realistic. But I completely I've had this experience, and I've had other people would like that happen, and they would completely lose their shit and be like, you just died, you lost us 5 lives, and we're super triggered. Or either like, hey, I died and I didn't want to be respawned in that situation, but now that's on my forever record that I died. And guess what? You now just added more pressure on me, because now we have less lives. And now since I'm the one who died, you made it seem like it's my fault for dying, even though I didn't want to respawn. The fuck, And obviously those deaths are going to completely be out of your control, like an accident, or either like, maybe that one...
off a cliff.
Yeah, yeah,
into an ocean.
yeah, or you didn't know there was that super auto turret from across the map aiming at you, or that rocketeer guy who was already pre-shot, pre-aiming at you the moment you came out of your pod. Yeah.
That one extreme
Yeah.
I soloed myself and found every sample on the map and fell into a bug hole that I didn't see.
Exactly. Yeah. No, exactly. It's
Like, not one of the bug holes at a hive, but just those random holes near the by them. You know?
yeah. No, those ones. Yes. That happens. Yeah. And that's a funny thing because like you accept that, but I feel like that's the weird thing though is like it becomes this extra pressure because like samples like. Once you don't need samples, it's super great, right? Because you're no longer wasting your time getting samples, right? You just saved all that time, which I think that's what makes where, like, us even playing, even if we're playing lower difficulties or if we're playing Helldiver right now, I feel that we got a turret up there. It's not detecting us, but, oh, okay. Oh, now it's angry! It's angry!
I missed!
You did? It's angry!
I thought I'd take the shot. It was my last rocket anyways. That thing's worthless now.
Rip. But yeah, that's what I was trying to explain earlier is that if you have other people trying to get these samples and like, hey, we all gotta be super serious about the samples, or like in my opinion, if you have a bunch of samples, like if you want to keep it safe, you should have dropped it where the oh god, that's the bomb. I'm gonna say. I know other people would have been forward, but I scan around like, is it safe to go in? Looks left and right across the street. It looks it is not safe. That's a car. That's a semi truck.
Hit by a car today.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a tank.
How bad was the collision?
Not bad.
Okay, good.
Obviously, I'm okay.
You're like Jay. I'm playing on a controller. I'm in the hospital right now. My legs are paralyzed, but I can still use my hands. Actually, I can do this. I'm using my hand and You don't want to know what I'm using else to control the aiming, but
You know, it's funny. It's like you've been all bitchy today and all that, and it's like I got hit by a car. I'm in the hospital, and I still chose to take the time to spend time with you. So like, could you like?
Can you curb your shittiness? Yeah, curb your privilege, man. Can you don't have a reason to complain. Also,
you don't have a reason to be upset, actually.
yeah, you don't. You clearly don't. Your feelings don't matter. Not calculated. Hashtag girl boss. Your way out of it, you pleb.
Where did my shield go?
Yeah, I don't know either. I just had a drop.
Die at some point?
Did you? Yeah, your shield's all the way up there. What the fuck? Why is it up there?
What? Why?
Your exosuit said you forgot about me. You left me to die from the turret. Well, little did you know, I dropped your shield and your gear, bitch.
I left my exosuit by that turret we just took out, so it's closer to us than that shit.
I know, it doesn't make sense. He detected your betrayal from 10 kilometers away. Oh God! Ah.
This has got to be the best gun in this game.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I love that gun.
Yeah. Especially because it's the only one that's medium armor penetrating.
Well, there's some other ones, but I agree, it is better. It is way better than the other ones.
I've seen, like every single other gun I own right now is light armor penetrating minimum, like at the maximum, sorry.
Okay, I get you.
The super 75 medal end of the battle pass takes thousands of medals just to unlock access to it. Is still only light armor penetrating.
The N weapon for the premium Warbond one, that's medium armor penetrating.
Regular pass.
Yeah, regular pass, nah. Well, I guess technically even the Plas one, but that's still light, but it has the explosive. But yeah.
Yeah, it's got the explosive, which does a little more. Right, but it's still one of those things.
Damage,
like,
yeah.
A gun that has that little ammo and takes that much time to unlock, you can give it some fucking medium armor penetration.
I feel that. Hold on, let me call in some help. Oh God, they're on top of us.
Yeah, another thing I love about the timer is a lot of people say, oh, well, every time you start a bug drop or a bot drop.
Yeah, or a fight, yeah.
Kills time.
Kills time, yeah.
That's how shit works.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the weird thing.
These objectives, shit goes wrong and
Oh,
takes your time up.
Yeah, there's a good point I wanted to mention here that like me and Scotch are mentioning that I failed to bring up, and I think it's a good point. Like, is it my opinion on this thing? I don't think it's that serious because I think like you can kind of like piece one together. Like once you kind of see how you're Jesus, that guy decided I'm going to fucking Joel, but joke Joel about godly Joel aside. I was gonna say was heavy armor. Heavy armor, my opinion is I think it's fine. You can kind of curve around that by just knowing your team's synergy and see how they treat you, and you kind of work around that. But it does add a lot of pressure on you if you're trying to get somewhere and you are limited time and resources, and if someone does trigger a fight. The thing is, people with light armor, they just run away, and they could just literally go around this rock, cut line of sight, and they will literally all de-aggro and then go where the last point of interest there was, or if there's other players where someone else is other causing ruckus, or if someone else is in active combat hurting on that enemy. So I feel like smoke might be more viable for heavy armor users. Also, they shadow nerfed the jetpack. It costs some stamina to use now. No one, it's on the patch notes, but
stamina.
yeah, it used to, but with heavier armor it costs even more. Because now the heavy armor actually works now.
You have less. Yeah, it's because they turned heavy armor on.
So like we turned it on, yes.
It doesn't cost more. It just
yeah,
costs
it's
what it was supposed
just to be. 'Cause that is true. It is less of a pool. I guess that will probably give the same illusion. But
Yeah, it's like when I wore the scout armor, I was just like, I have so much stamina, and I went back to this. It's like, it's like, oh, I drain stamina so much slower. It's like, no, you don't.
But anyway,
At the same speed, you just have more of it.
But what I was gonna say was about the heavy armor is I've seen where did he just swing on by to help and then left? That's nice of him. Oh wait, no, it was the one that I spawned. That's pretty cool. It helps if I call in this mech in combat. The actual ship transport actually shoots.
I've learned that there was one match I was just doing it to get the last XP I needed to level up because I wanted my new title. And I learned actually that if you just extract and there's a spore spewer nearby, the extraction shuttle can take that out and complete that objective for you.
I remember, yeah, no, I've noticed that as well. That actually does kind of help you, or like you can call extraction super early at the beginning of like you just complete the objective, you literally go back to spawn, and you call it, and once it starts landing, if you choose as a team to walk away from it, it stays in the air and continues shoots at stuff and aggroes those enemies. I don't know about it stopping spawn stuff. I didn't really mix with stuff because by the time I call and that happens, people are like, well, it's time to leave. So I'll have to do more testing and stuff. Like, actually, let's do that now. It's gonna land right here. There's a hive to our east. Let's just, when it lands in like a second, let's go that direction.
Alright.
This is Pelican 1. I have
Alright.
visual on the extraction zone.
Hi, Pelican. We're leaving now.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
It's like he'll start touching down and he'll land, but if we leave, I think he'll go back in the air. I'll hover there. I'm stuck in a rock. But yeah, with heavy armor, the thing I was gonna point out was like, see, that's fine, right? And I agree, and I feel like it makes those things easier, but it's like negligible, and I feel like it's more better for light armor in ways. But it's weird because you want, like, I want to make heavy armor work, and at times I do make it work. But when you have light armor people, and then they dump the enemies on you, and they leave, and they don't want to fight with you, and thus makes it your fight, you can't get out of it. You just can't unless you completely spec yourself to handle and be one-man army, or like what I mentioned earlier, make it more viable with no tank. Don't do a tank. Okay, I'm just gonna hop out the mech.
Perhaps this was a bad match to test this.
Probably.
Everything.
Yeah. That's okay. Why is he so triggered on my neck? He's trying to run over my neck. What an a-hole.
Why was that?
Why is he embracing?
There?
Menacing.
On my position.
Oh boy.
Oh god. They are in my ass.
No, they destroy my mech.
Sending in an eagle.
I'm dropping
Oh, he's mad at me now. Oh, that's a bomb.
I got him. That's a turret right up there if you can take it out.
I cannot.
So is he staying in the air? Because I know it's hard to see because, wow, that was not a thing before. I didn't know standing on top of a destroyed tank will hurt me. Unless if I just chose not to stick around on one.
Hey, turret, can I use you as cover?
He's angry.
You're calling it an airstrike on you.
Gotcha.
Run.
Running away.
It's okay.
Whoa, up. Out of all the things that kill me, the cannon turret got me.
Okay, well, get it back.
Revenge.
I'm pinned down here.
I see that, and you can't leave. I land on it. It's still alive.
I can't leave.
It's on fire. I have a bad feeling.
Can you cover things down here?
Broken arrow, my brother. Broken arrow. It was nice knowing you.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Oh, well, I lived. A rocket hit it, and then it killed it, and it blew up, but I'm fine. But yet I couldn't survive from a rock. Holy shit. Got him. It'd be funny if I missed one input and I threw it straight at the ground an impact grenade.
Reinforcements on the way.
Cries and trauma from the past trauma.
I love how you just abandoned me back here.
No, I'm just grabbing my stuff right here. I'm coming back to you. I'm not abandoning you. I'm not like other people where they literally just leave. I didn't flat out leave. I'm just right around the corner.
Speaking of other people that just leave,
Also,
bye.
wow, I'm fine. Okay, so like, what's a weird thing I notice? Again, this could be patched. I don't know, but literally, okay, it's landed and it's fine here, and we'll go for exfil. But I've had it where if I stayed on the outskirts, like, I'll describe it right here.
Preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in
You know how like when you are at a ship, right? Oh, he's coping. Nice. I'm sorry, I'm being
I
stupid.
got stuck.
Yeah, no, I know. So what I was gonna say was, so you know, like when you call a shuttle, right? But if you get farther away, that like it will just whatchamacallit?
Shuttle aborting.
Yeah, shuttle boarding. If you stay on that line, in the moment it starts arriving, like literally like 0, hey, we are arriving. If you then cross that line and just leave, it just stays in the air, shooting at things.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps we may have to do more testing. But yeah, that's from my experience. I'm like, that's
I'll be
nice.
back in a second.
No problem. Honorable duty. Ah, yes, level 0. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's why I'm getting heated. I live in Arizona over here, and I don't have the fan on. No shit.
Welcome back. Democracy's reach extends a bit further thanks to you.
I have
Ew.
returned.
I've returned. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So,
Did you leave?
no, I'm here. Still here. What's up?
The hour of our next victory
Yeah, no.
Because you said I have returned.
Oh, yeah.
After I said it.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I did. After, when you left, I left. I realized why I was getting heated earlier. So, my AC was off, and my fan was off. And I didn't have any water.
You were cranky. That was it.
Yes.
That's why you just started, like, so that's why you just started trying to fight me.
Mhm.
It's because your AC was off.
The Arizona Rage, yes. My body
I was
wasn't
like,
feeling good.
yeah. Casual point about how, well, if the game's easier, it makes sense that they'd try and nerf the things a little
Yeah.
to
I agree.
keep some challenge. You want to fight? What?
Oh, fight, motherfucker! I'll gut your tongue out!
Hey, it looks like your ship has a hole in it again.
Mm-hmm. No, remember I told you to turn on the AC.
Oh no, maybe I can get a good look at my cape now, or my back. Sorry.
Take it back now, y'all.
The hour of our next victory rapidly approaches.
So stupid.
Let us cleanse the galaxy of alien scum.
It's funny how that actually works.
So the thing with this plate is it seems to basically just be the BO1 plate with extra decals.
What's up?
And with I'm thinking about my armor plate because I need to obviously
Mhm.
figure out how to make one, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, it looks like it's just the BO1, but those little side things at the bottom of the front are replaced with straps.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's more like details,
Yeah.
that kind of shit added on top of it. It's the shoulders that are different, really.
Yeah, it's the pauldrons. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it looks like it's a really different piece, but actually examining it, it's just some slight changes.
Yeah, slight modifications. Which is nice.
I bet Joel's fucking real upset right now.
Helldiver,
Yes.
take command of the
He keeps like
galaxy's
giving the
liberation.
bugs and the bots like 6 sectors of space towards Super Earth, and then by the end of the day, it's like all gone again.
damn
It's just like, what, did you expect the players to allow this to happen?
Exactly. Did you think we just woke up and said stupidity? I mean, sometimes, but that's just how it works.
Yeah. I got the 45 medals from the last major order. I just need the 50 from this one.
What do you say you need? How many?
So I said I got the 45 from the last major order. Now I just need to get the 50 from this one.
Mhm.
And I'll be caught up on my payments.
Nice. Nice. Do you want to fight against bugs or you want to
I want to fight against bots.
bots?
I mean,
Okay.
what's the progress on Angel's Venture
Okay.
now? That's a bug planet.
Yeah.
Because like
Angel's
we have to take
Venture
more effort into
is
account. We
51,
lost the defense campaign.
51%, and then the bot one is 50. And actually, no, it's like no percentage.
It's 1%. Actually, no, it's 0.1%.
It's 0.1%, yeah. For the robots.
Yeah. You know, another thing that kind of negates the timer a little bit
Mhm.
and helps with the whole getting shit done within the time limit. The new like events on certain planets, like the meteor showers. Like, I have had matches where I have just been running to an objective, a meteor shower has started, and then like 3 side objectives just completed themselves.
That sounds. I've never had that. Me and Scotch, like we've had it where we've had to hide from them, and we would play a match completely easy. No, yeah, no. Here's the thing. We don't, and we try avoiding them, and then we end up like the moment we stop worrying about them, or either we try avoiding them and it just happens, we just die from them. We have so many deaths that just occur to it.
For some reason, everyone always treats me like I'm crazy when I say this, but you can actually see where they're going to land. So there'll be a big spot of light that'll slowly get smaller, and then once it's at its smallest and brightest, there'll be a big shot of light over that area of just the thing coming in.
Yeah, that's how it works now.
A targeting reticle of where it's gonna land. But every time someone's like, "How do you always live? How come you've never died from the meteors?" I'm just like, I just see where they're going to land and don't stand there.
The thing is, that wasn't always there. Some people's had their games glitch out. Scotch had to revalidate his files to see. He literally, like, when we said meteor shower, there was none. There was none going on. He just randomly die, or things would just randomly explode around him. Yeah. There was no sign. There was actually no meteors in the sky. No nothing. It was ridiculous.
I was playing bots yesterday solo, and I would just be running around, and because those meteors actually destroy factories and close bug holes when they direct hit them, so there's like a random chance that if you're in an area where side objectives are, like on a small map, and a meteor shower starts, it'll just start destroying, like, say, factories for bots, and they will just complete themselves and you just won't have to deal with it.
Hellpods prime. Mission coordinates locked.
Like, I swear to God, the last time I was playing solo, 3 bot outposts completed themselves in 1 meteor shower.
That sounds very nice. I have never had that happen. Man, your luck build with that luck armor you got there. Pretty good.
It turns out Joel actually tapped into our Discord, and I'm just like his favorite Helldiver, and he's just like, yeah, the meteors will never land on you. Whenever you're by yourself, you'll have an easy time.
Yes.
Despite the fact that I have active memories of all the times I've been by myself and wished I was dead because of how much I was struggling.
Yes. This is the way.
Like, do you know what it is? Like, there was one day where I was playing, you, me, Killcade hard mode, playing on Suicide, you know, as we usually do. Having the time of our lives, like, yeah, this is, like, a little challenging here and there, but overall, we're fine. Stopped playing, went over to my friend who I got the game, played with them on medium, and I struggled more than I've ever struggled in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened to me?
I don't know, man. It's something with the game at times.
Like, I'm so tailored to fighting at such a hard difficulty that I fail at an easy one.
Yeah, no, that's seriously how it is. Seriously. Honestly, sometimes I feel like easier difficulty can be at times harder than Helldive. Because, like, the hunter spam.
Yeah. Although there's still a lot of hunters at Suicide.
Oh, yeah,
for some reason, less irritating.
Also the bug spitters.
Because I know one thing you said was someone made, Scotch made a point about how the enemies weren't fun to fight, they were just irritating.
Yeah.
And that's a point that I both incredibly agree and think is terribly wrong. Like, I agree wholeheartedly and think it's completely and utterly wrong at the same time. Because I really think it's, first of all, it's always person dependent, right?
Yeah, I know I know that perspective is, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, it's also like,
Calling down support weapons.
just, it's dependent on, like, how it's going. Because, like, I've had days where, like, 6 Bile Titans have spawned and I've been like, fucking kill me now, I don't want to deal with this shit. And then there's other times where 6 Bile Titans have spawned and I'm like, yeah, a challenge!
Exactly.
Because, like, just depending on the mood I was in, right? It was like, oh,
yeah, true.
The enemies aren't hard, they're just annoying. Well, sometimes they are hard and fun, and other times they're hard and annoying, and other times they're annoying and not hard, and sometimes they're hard and not annoying, right? It's like, it's one of those things where you can't really make the statement, oh, it's just annoying, not fun, because that is like, it can be true, but it's never objectively true. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. The thing that's weird
It's
and
like-
makes it a more complicated thing with Scotch's perspective is that he wants to have it more tailored towards like, you know, Fat Shark's game like Vermintide or whatever, where it's like a good pacing and you're on like a set path. I'm like, well, that's the thing though. This game is more open
Vermintide,
world.
I've never played it.
Very worth it. It's great.
Dropping a pin. Northeast.
Heading towards
100 meters.
another. I'm just hitting minor points of interest. The oil pump should be easy. Yeah, we're really good at stealth. As I hear dun dun dun, I just see enemies on the left coming towards us.
Dude, don't brake check. Jesus.
I'm sorry, man. My car. I need.
Crushed you.
My car needs engine. It has engine troubles. Okay.
Yeah. But so to my story that you didn't ask me about getting hit by a car, which I was really thinking you were gonna ask, but
I was.
don't care.
No, I actually did ask you. I did ask you. You didn't answer. So I was like, okay, I guess it was a sensitive topic.
Do you know the print that I made? Well, I need to glue it, but the only glue I have is this glue my mom got, but she just got regular glue. So, you know, it's not exactly useful. Because, you know, you need super glue for plastic, not just glue.
Yeah, I know.
So I had to walk.
But it says gorilla.
No, it's clear Gorilla Glue is what
Yeah, I
she
know.
got me.
Yeah,
So it's the kind of glue that if, say, do you play the 40K tabletop?
I do. Yeah.
Tagging map. North.
Yeah,
200 meters.
if like you were building Tyranids, it's the kind of glue that you'd use to like put like the slime that goes between their arms and shit.
Yeah.
Not the kind of glue that you put the mini together with.
Yes.
So I had to go get some of that glue, and so there's, you know how no one is able to stop at a stop line and they always stop halfway through the crosswalk?
Found something.
Yes.
So that happened, and I'm walking home. There's cars coming, so this person can't go, right? Legally, they have to yield to the cars coming on. There's like 3 cars
There's
going,
something here.
so they have to wait for all of them. So I go, well, they can't go, so I'm gonna go, right? I'll cross the road because they have to stay there. You know, because that seems logical.
The right of way.
Yeah, and then I'm on the road because I'm
Super
crossing
credits.
it, which means as a pedestrian I have right of way, right?
Did it tell you got 10 super credits? For me, it didn't. It might update in the next thing. Yeah. Man, the servers are having a time right now.
Yeah, well, it's update day.
It's update day.
Marking location. Southwest.
I think I walk faster sideways. Shut up.
Found something.
I would like them to reduce the delay between pulling the trigger and shooting.
Yeah.
Tunnel breach!
Kind of metal.
Yeah. But so,
Brother, I'm pinned here.
I am walking, right, across the road.
Walking
I
across
am
the road.
in front of the car. There is still traffic that they must yield to. And right as I'm, like, passing their left, light, starts driving forward and goes straight into my left leg. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they look at me and they have this shocked
Dropping a
surprise
pin.
face as if they
Northeast, 100
didn't just
meters.
watch me cross the entire front of their car.
They honestly probably were not paying attention.
Yeah, but it's like, where were you looking?
Exactly. Were you looking in the sky?
You have to look in the direction I'm going, like where I am, to see if there's cars coming, to see if you can go yet. So it's not like you were just staring the other way and just gonna pick a random time to go, right?
I'll head
Yo, do you think I can close that bug hive from here? Or that bug hole?
Oh, let me come up and watch you do it.
I did it.
Aw, I missed it entirely.
I'm gonna go close these.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't destroy factories with these things,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you can close bug holes.
Yep.
So mechs are actually more useful against bugs than they are bots.
Which doesn't make sense, but yes.
Actually, well, it kind of does make sense, right? Because, you know, the robots would know how to fight robots. They are robots. They know everything about robots. But the bugs are just ugly dogs. They don't understand.
I'm on it!
Don't refer them as dogs. It's being mean to dogs.
Little more, got it.
Thank you, Mech, for activating the radar.
Mission map updated.
Pay no attention to the man, dude.
Don't pay attention to the man puppet thing behind the Mech. Pay and he no attention. Yes. He no attention.
Papa thing behind the Mac. Yes.
The Big Mac.
Sorry,
Big Mac Daddy.
PC guy.
Yeah. Well, you see, if you had a Mac, you would need a doctor.
You two could have the same experience, but be poor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if you have a PC, you can actually afford a doctor. And I'm just traveling to this other point of interest. I see you're at a hive right now.
I like how I don't even have to shoot for some of the bugs. I can just walk into them and they'll die.
Yep.
It's like, I think that's one of the reasons you're so good against bugs is they have to melee you, except for the spitters.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just keep walking forward, they die before they can.
Yep. You shoot the horde behind them.
Tagging map. Southwest. 300 meters.
I think they should change spitters to be the creatures that just stay distance instead of run up to you.
Yeah, with their mortar
Because
system
that would,
and the higher
because that would
levels.
give them a little more versatility if they were bugs that just stayed back and shot instead of run up
Ending in an
in your
eagle.
face like everything else.
Underway. You will never destroy our way of life.
Sounds like you're having fun.
I'm almost out of ammo, and that makes me sad.
I know.
I wonder if this thing would be good against chargers.
I also wondered that as well.
Get some!
Because I think the minigun just has straight armor penetration.
Or if you just use the rockets to take off the armor.
Yeah, but that's what I want to see. Is like I want to test does the because like I'm shooting hive guards, right? And it's just straight as if they had no armor.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, if I shot a charger, would it reflect until I use the rockets, or would it just go straight through?
Theory
Because
testing
these are big
begins.
bullets. Typical Jay, leaving the objective to everyone else.
I'm stuck on this thing. I just clicked on it.
You're stuck? Who put honey all over everything?
Hey guys, I tasted it. It's not honey.
Mmm.
Oh no. Ark has been entertained. Aroused by the not honey. Can't believe it's not honey. Oh no. Found a bunker.
Is it warm?
Mission
Oh,
at
no.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh no. So yeah, I'm just gonna need your help with this bunker right here.
Marking location. West.
Put a Gatling sentry up in
Going
here.
down at
Yeah,
sentry.
a bunker.
On my way.
Tagging location. West.
You can kill the things behind me, right? I
Oh.
am a little on fire.
Yeah, the sentry's got your back. Until it's also got your back.
Probably gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
Supplies. Got a sample.
Well, thank you for stepping on the explosive.
There was an explosive there.
Reinforcements.
I was like, well, hasn't he gotten out of the mech? Why is he not getting out of the explosion?
Did you see how far?
I'm on it.
I did not see how far you flew.
I think we can go find my body if we travel a couple kilometers that way.
It's not letting me interact with this door anymore.
Here, I'll try that side. You try the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
What did you do, Arik?
nothing. Hey, could you call it a mech suit?
Requesting air support.
Oh my god, Arik.
Mine's bugged. I can't call it in.
Arik, you piece of... It's still
Yeah, no,
there.
I wasn't able to call my mech suit in.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah, man. It's a huge shame. I saw that.
Oh, I mean, I was asking so I could get into it.
I know you do.
Did you move the mech at all?
I dropped an airstrike on it. I shot it with a rocket.
Which is, you know, the annoying part is the button isn't obscured or
It's not.
obstructed
It's not.
at all.
Thanks, Ark, for fixing everything.
So,
Hi.
hard mode and move on.
Yeah, this checks out. I thought it was Killcade.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, you say that Killcade was struggling so bad, but I don't believe that. I've played this game with him. He doesn't understand the meaning of the word struggle.
No, okay, if we're talking about struggle, then yeah, it's clearly hard mode. Killcade's fine.
Both of them struggle
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
the same thing,
Well,
and it's like,
well, yes, because the fact that Killcade had to watch over him, but he's not watching over Killcade, so they end up both struggling.
but you know, I'm gonna say there are moments where you've done similar things.
Yeah, because I had to be on my
To the same
own.
extent. But like, there were times where it was like a massive hive and you were being chased like 30 hunters, and I went to help and I started shooting them off you, and then 30 hunters chased me into the woods. And by the time I finished killing them and came back and started helping you again, you were like, oh, you got one chasing you. I'm like, you motherfucker.
You don't hear all the times that you've dumped literally bajillion hordes for me. I have it on stream if you want to see it.
That's typically because I'm out of ammo and didn't know you all left me.
Yeah, likely story.
Most of those moments have one thing in common, and it's me giving the line of dialogue, oh, you guys just left? Okay. Because I will be like in a fight because I'm not sure if the objective's been finished or not because I don't pay attention. And then the next thing I know is I check the map and you're all on the other side. I'm like, oh. Oh, you've all left.
See, it's not just a me problem. Whose problem is it? I'm just like... So, did we hit every... I don't...
There's one more.
Yeah. I don't... Did we hit every
Care.
point of interest? I care.
You care?
Yeah.
You
Can't remember.
should show me how much you care by coming here and giving me a hug. Hug me.
Yes.
Not in the mech. I want to be able to walk home.
Yeah, I'm hugging you with the mech. I'm giving you snuggles. Yes.
Transportation.
Yes.
Now you have 3 turrets.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm starting to fall off as you go up the hill. Hold on, no, I'm stable now. So I do slowly fall off.
Bug
Yes.
outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Ending enemy.
Airstrike, get us out of here.
Yipe. Getting us in there.
Hold on, I'm gonna just record a clip of this.
Yep, we got it. All good and fine. All right, yeah, I think we did everything. It's pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty good job.
It's very hard. I think
Yeah, this.
the amount I fall off is based on where my camera's facing, to be honest. Because if I face the same way as you, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Going downhill. I'm losing traction here. Okay, I'm good. That's enough of that clip. I have so many clips from this game that are just me inside of a meteor shower because I just think they're really pretty.
Shooting a second salvo, and you're like, no! Me, I actually joke. You would actually do it.
Wait, look at my character while I'm stuck. Oh, never mind. I'm stuck. You should have seen the way my character was just snapping back and forth.
You will never destroy our way of life.
I'm now officially out of ammo.
Of everything?
Requesting
Right.
air support.
No.
Don't need that anymore.
No! He did nothing wrong! How could
Do you know
you?
what I'm pissed off about? And it has nothing to do with Helldivers?
I lost my child.
Fucking at the end of Modern Warfare, you kill Philip, right? And then he's supposed to be in a tank, and then all of a sudden in the next game he's just like, oh, I'm back, I was never in that tank. Like, wait, what the fuck?
It's because it was all tied to their battle pass and the season.
Yeah, it's because there was an event where you play as Shadow Company, which was my favorite event of all time because I love playing as the bad guy. Well,
Of course you
meet him
would.
again, and he's like, I thought you were dead. And he's like,
Dropping a pin.
I don't know
West,
what you heard, but
200
I was
meters.
never in that tank.
Yes.
He's not that Midwestern. I don't know why I went with that.
I don't know. It just happens. Do you want to go check back on the bunker and see if the mech's still there?
Sure. I mean, all you Americans sound the same.
Exactly. Stock
Finding map. Northwest.
stock voice,
I went
yes.
to go get myself a hamburger, and I had to step into the elevator to go up to the 3rd floor, which
Yeah,
is only
feeler.
2 flights of stairs.
Two
because
flights
we
of
count our
stairs.
floors
Mhm.
differently.
Yeah, we do. Different metrics.
A great word to get into an American accent is just elevator.
Elevator.
Because, you know, in England it's lift, right? But
Yeah.
it's, well, we call it an elevator because it elevates you from the ground to the sky.
You just sounded like you just sounded like a light impression of American Psycho there. Like, actually, did I tell you about my favorite type of card I would like to show you?
That's
le-
because that's what all Americans sound like to us.
American Psychos, precisely. That's precisely. You get the spirit.
You're going London here.
Uh,
Precisely. the
Mm,
American
precise.
Psycho.
what?
As we see the humble.
What is this bullshit?
Is it still there?
No, 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 no! You put it on my drone!
It's gone.
It's been gone, but you can't interact with the button. You broke the button.
Calling in an eagle.
No, it didn't.
No, no, no. Ah! Now people wonder why I prefer to play solo.
Because you don't get to laugh like that when you do.
It's because I don't pull stupid ass shit, but everyone else does, and it's always me having to be at the short end of the stick. Because when is it not?
That's every now and then to not take it so seriously. That's what you said, right?
Yes, because I have to remember that I'm playing with other people, because otherwise I'll literally fucking pop a blood vessel.
You gotta admit that was fucking hilarious.
It's tragic.
I'm still waiting for one of those moments, and I can't force it. It has to be natural. But it's one of those moments where there's 2 people left alive on the team, no respawns coming in. I'm gonna keep talking anyways.
Another dive.
There's no respawns coming in, and you're outside the Pelican, and before they get on, you go, hey, wait, I have to tell you something. What, you kill them, take their samples, and then get on the Pelican yourself? Like, I'm still waiting for that ultimate betrayal moment, and I know it'll show up eventually.
Scotch has it happen to him all the time when he plays with randoms because they don't know that you can share.
Samples can't be shared. Like
Yeah.
I'm not thinking like a oh I need your crap. I just thinking like a classic. It's the end of the movie betrayal from your best friend character.
If I'm gonna do that, I would have to have my revolver and be like one one less loose end. Just gun down. You and Killcade as hard mode dumps gasoline on you.
I always imagined it would be me, like you and hard mode would be dead, and it would be me and Killcade, and I'd say, "Hey, kill," yeah.
No.
Tie up a loose end, and then I'd shoot
Calling in
him.
extraction.
Nah, be me and
Something along those lines. I always planned it out.
no, I'm gonna have it be me and Scotch so that you hear over the microphone from hard mode enabled. Don't trust Shepard. Don't trust him. Just over the radio. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Calling in an eagle.
Eagle. Man, he was just singing. He was just singing a song, man.
ETA T-minus 1 minute,
Calling in
30
an eagle.
seconds.
Darn, now you made him and his family angry.
You know what I wish the grenade launcher did?
This called democracy.
Actually launch grenades.
Yes.
Because right now it just shoots a thing that explodes. Like, that's not how grenades work.
Yeah, it's a travel a certain distance, and it's like a weird
Shoot it,
impact grenade.
It acts like a grenade and then explodes after a while.
Yeah.
Like, either have it be impact grenades where they instantly explode upon impact.
Yes, and not
Have it
bouncy.
be
Yeah.
grenades, but don't do this weird 50-50, like it sometimes bounces, sometimes explodes.
Reload.
I don't get that shit either. I feel your pain.
Also, I should ask, do you want the STL files for this helmet?
Sure, yeah, you can send them.
Because I can send those over to you. Because I'm a nice guy like that. I might spend hundreds of dollars on an STL file, but I won't charge you for them.
Aw, that's so sweet.
But I will fuck your wife.
ETA
What?
T-minus 20.
No! Sorry.
Just like, well, price well paid.
Price well paid.
Like, honey, how could you let this happen?
T-minus 10 seconds.
3 STLs, dear. You don't understand.
Little did you know, honey, I only got with you for those STLs. It was a long-term plan. I knew you were a whore. Little did he know he has now STDs, and I get his STLs.
Pelican 1, I have visual on the extraction.
ST for ST. Yeah, I may have gotten the L, and you may have gotten the D. How could you, Pelican? How could you, Pelican? Pelican, you bastard.
Did the pelican kill you?
Yes, clearly. Clearly was not arc. Like the big ass arc on my screen. I got struck by lightning.
It was the bots.
It was a bright sunny day, but Joel said,
We were talking about it, and did you ever have that psychopathic itch in the back of your head that just says, kill him, kill him, kill him?
bruh, I just treated that as you're just like, you know, old 66, and you just immediately turned and Jedi'd me.
Okay, every single time you've ever said commit, execute Order 66 while I've been in a game, I've immediately shot at whoever was in front of me.
Yes.
I've never killed them, but I've always shot at them.
What if we were playing and I was miles away, but you are with Killcade in hard mode, and I just go Order 66, Order 66, Order 66. I just kept spamming it. Yes. And I'm like, good. Yes, let the power flow through you.
If I was wearing like the Stormtrooper Clone Trooper style armor, and you said execute Order 66, I would just kill them.
I'd be like, hey guys,
It's
quick
the
fun,
urge
team
is less
deathmatch, have fun.
compelling. Yeah, the urge is less compelling in this armor, but it's just like one of those things where if you look like a
triumphant
clone
return.
trooper and someone says execute Order 66, you're just like,
Well, it has to be
Yeah.
done.
so I had to practice for that moment.
Yes, on me. Because who else to practice on? So it's all building up to that moment.
I can practice a lot of things on you if you want.
God
What?
damn it. God damn it.
What? Who said that? Was it you? You're fired.
Someone said something.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
The super destroyer is ready.
Why
for
does
your
this guy
next
have an eye
mission.
patch? I understand it has something to do with owning the first game, but
Mhm.
like, why are you blue?
Yes.
Why are you such a violent shade of blue? What armor is that?
Corporate decided to say hello.
Where did you get that?
It was from pre-order. It's corporate armor.
I want it.
Yeah, that armor. I also have. Hold on, let me pull out the other armor. I'll show
Almighty Joel, if you can hear me,
you. Give him
I'll
pre-order
suck
code.
whatever you want. Just give me the armor. Is that pre-order too?
Yep.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yes.
Do you know, I would have
And then-
pre-ordered this game if I
Mhm.
knew it existed.
I bet you would have.
If I had seen a single person talk about it, heard of a single trailer, knew that Helldivers 1 was a thing.
Look at this
That
pre-order
one's
armor.
not as impressive.
I like this one.
It's kind of medieval nighty.
That's the point. It's called the knight armor.
It gives you a thick ass.
Yes it does. Yeah.
Just with the way the thigh plates are curved, it's just like, God
Thicky boy.
damn.
Damn.
Like-
Yeah, the knight, it's the TR-62 knight, which reminds me of the TR from PlanetSide. If it's way how it built itself. And then the corporate one is the TR-7 ambassador of the brand. And then the other one is the TR-9 Cavalier of Democracy, which is the
I
White
understand
and
the
blue
whole
one.
point of pre-order bonus is like, oh, you supported us before anything else. Here's your exclusive reward. But like, just put it in the shop for like $50 and I'll buy it.
yes. Do you remember this armor? I know you do. The silence. So how do you feel about the developers now? Ladies and gentlemen, he's fuming. He's fuming. Or he's getting something off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Oh no, he's angry. I feel that. I feel that. I know. This is the TR-117. Yes, 117 Alpha Commander for warriors who are so strong and confident that they don't need any
I'm
reassurance
actually, like-
whatsoever.
Do you know when you get angry and you can feel like your spine get warm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I just I'm okay.